Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Monday nighttime stream. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. We're here on time. How's it going, everybody? I was late for the daytime stream, but not for the nighttime stream. Ooh. Do we got a giveaway going on tonight? I don't know if we got a giveaway going on tonight. Tonight's title, Helping You Acquire Your Next Big Card. Live Pokemon card shop. All right. I say Pokemon, we serve a number of different sets, but obviously we do a lot of Pokemon. Let's go ahead and ping the server. It's 2:10. All right, we started 10 minutes late. We're going to say at here, we're going live for Monday night. Monday night, not to be confused with Tuesday evening. Let's see. We'll pop this in here. And why don't we head over to Instagram? Let's head over to Instagram. And I am going to go ahead and post this in our Reels. That's one of the things I've been doing lately. How do I find them? Here they are. All right, so we're going to post these over here somewhere. Let's see. Do we have to hit refresh on this? I posted a new Reel, didn't I? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So we'll go ahead and replace the old message. Let's see. Let's just say delete. We're live right now. Okay, that's going to be the message. And we'll hit copy on that, and we'll hit post. Okay, and then we'll also jump over to maybe Facebook. Let's see what Facebook's up to. So this is the new thing. We've been getting some crazy big views on Facebook and Instagram, and so I'm trying to funnel some of those people back over to us. Okay. Could I get off of my personal Facebook, please? All right, maybe not. I'll close this. Let's forget about Facebook. Facebook's going too slow. All right, and then maybe the other thing we'll do, we'll grab one of these and post this over here as well. All right, perfect. It looks good. All right, let's turn on the iPad. Welcome, guys. It's a new night. It's Monday night. Okay. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Already, the hardest day of the week is ending. It's fun time now. The card shop's open. Time to talk about the market. What about the market? Time to talk about Pokemons. Time to talk about, are you a butts man or a boobs man? Time to talk about grading booster packs and how they never grade 10. Look at this guy. He's a 41 and 2. He's a potential gym break just waiting to go off. Really lovely. Feels like the camera's not zoomed in enough. Let's go ahead and play around with the Camera Pro. Is it off? Is it on? Aha, there we go. Does that look better? Whoa, what the hell? Yeah, okay. I had a fun day today. I need surgery again. What? What are you talking about? There we go. Doctors recommended breast enlargement immediately. Here we are. I'm just making light of a bad situation. I'm sorry. All right, I hope whatever it is, I hope it's not terribly bad. Website, huh? Yeah, let's get that website. Give me a second. Everybody's been using the website lately. We had a new guy make a first-time purchase in the daytime stream. I lost all feeling in my foot, and I couldn't move my toes. What? Your little piggies? Eat. All right, we're going to hit pin on that. The website's pinned. Congratulations. Now you guys can take a look at the website. I'll pull that up. We should lower the price on something that never sells. We should lower the price, shouldn't we? I think if we do that, maybe we should make that a title, like a screen title. But I don't know. We raise prices all the time. How about lowering some prices? Here's the extended menu. What can we lower? Box of bulk cards sold out. I'm really sold out of those. We got Marvel Fleer, Masterpiece, Impel Marvel Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. So we're going to lower all of those. Okay, listen to me, guys. We're lowering all the Marvel products. So Fleer Masterpiece is now $14. Series 1 is now $26. Series 2 is now $6. And Series 3 is now $6. They're all $1 off. That's right. We didn't raise prices. We just lowered prices. It goes both ways. Sometimes we raise them. Sometimes we lower them. This time we're lowering them just because I noticed they're not selling all the time, so why not? The Venomoth seems a bit high. A bit expensive, you're saying. I think I just based them off of whatever was on the internet. It's hard to say because there's not a lot of poker cards available. Like, for example, that Venomoth you're mentioning, he's population 10. He's not exactly all over the place. Look at his age. 1996 Venomoth. 1996. You see that? 1996. So it just could be the case that there's not a lot of competition right now. But, you know, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. No problem. We're going to update that. Honestly, my perspective on the poker cards is they all seem too cheap. They all seem relatively cheaper than they should be, considering how incredibly rare they are. They're way more rare than just about any other Pokemon cards. They're way more rare. All right, did you catch that? So all the Marvel sets going down in price. I got to lower the Fleer one as well. Fleer. That one's really popular. People buy the Fleer one, actually. This one probably didn't need its price lowered, the Masterpiece Fleer. So that's going from 15 to 14. There you go. Oh, no, not the Oinkers. Not the Piggies. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little. All right. Let's close this tab. Is tag grading getting closer to being done with any of my cards? Oh, okay. So they've moved some into image processing. That's nice. Boy, I don't think they're ever going to finish my orders. Dear God. Wow, they've had my cards for so long. That's sad. Yeah, they really slowed down. They must have gotten slammed pretty hard. Let's go ahead and throw this away. We don't need this. And we'll hit refresh on this. Okay. All right, let's see. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. Is that racist? Oh, we were looking at that rocket pack, weren't we? Yes, the rocket packs, they're up, man. I was buying rocket packs last year, probably for like half the price. So it looks like we do have a first order for the night. Let's see, Sergio Naruto battle. So we finished a gym break in the daytime stream. Here's Ryan Connolly, Awakening of the New Era break. Please avoid using... Okay, no problem. Mr. Ryan. All right. Congrats on 100K. We hit that a little while ago, Mr. Brad, but thank you very much. Yeah, we hit 100K, everybody. What do you think of that? You must have been from the past, and now you see we're at 100. That's cool, right? Now, if only we could get to 110. Our subscribes have slowed down, like to a halt. And I probably should blame myself. I probably haven't, I don't know, flashed my boobs on screen enough. I don't know what you got to do. I haven't been making a lot of content, to be honest. Mike's side's been making the content pretty exclusively. I don't make as much content. But look at this. In the last 28 days, only 147 subs. Wow, that's like a standstill. So we've slowed down on our subscribers. And I haven't really worked too hard on fixing it either, I suppose. Just been doing these live streams. I've been hitting the live streams. The most important part of what we do is the live streams. So I don't miss with the live streams. But, you know, you got to make other content sometimes. You know, part of the problem is it feels like I've already made everything I wanted to make. Yet when I'm making content, I sit there and I go, okay, what should I make? Oh, I could make a video of myself opening a box of cards. I was like, you've done that. Love you, short time. I will have screenshots of this stream when it was 20K. Oh, I still have screenshots. How's the Tyranitar slab working with the price posted on there? That is a break. $40 break. Jump in there for $40. Has the One Piece break moved? Ryan just bought a spot in there. All right, we'll call him Ryan C for now. Let's see, it's going to be over here, the One Piece box break. Let's count it. We're trying to hit the number 32, right? 32. A 1 little, 2 little, 3 little. Let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 25 out of 32. What that tells me is we have 7 spots remaining. Yes, so we are 7 spots away from the One Piece box break. That's a big one. It's a pricey box. Even if you're not in, even if you're not interested in the box, you can pull it and then resell it. So it's a pretty cool thing, even just to resell. I mean, it's going to sell pretty easily. Would I be able to get my orders with my sealed boosters shipped? Yes. Yes, of course. Shipping is, I think you're international. So if you're doing the sealed booster packs, that's totally fine. Just keep in mind, it's going to get you to that, it's going to get you into the $80 range faster. So most shipments are $40 international, but after a certain amount of weight, they go into the $80 range. Or, you know, just 2 $40 boxes. It's kind of the same thing. Let me think. What is that range, though? Isn't it like 2 pounds? Let me see. It should say 2 American pounds. We have like a weird weight system. It says 32 ounces is $40. Okay. And then 320 ounces is $80. I think that's the upper limit. So that's the upper limit. So the upper limit for $40 is 2 pounds. That's right. Okay. The upper limit is 32 ounces. All right, that's sorted. Let's see what you're saying. Has the One Piece broken? Let's go ahead and check out the orders. We took care of Mr. Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Here's NHCC with a huge order. What's good, mister? Thanks for that Gengar opportunity. Just FYI, it was $43,000. Wow. And now time to spend some of the profits with you. Jump me into the Top Zard Trico trade, Tyranitar Subtag Zard, and these pack box breaks, Phantom Pack, doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doo, and finish Slab away. Wow, did you hear that, guys? So he won for $40 a Gengar in the past. We hosted a break on a Gengar. That Gengar happened to be the Heart Gold Soul Silver Prime Gengar, and it was just a cool break back then. Back then, I think it was like $2,000. Maybe it was like $3,000. I don't know. I don't know. But it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like 43,000, obviously. And now today it's exploded and he gets to sell it and do whatever he wants. So that's pretty insane. Let's go ahead and take care of him. So he said, step number 1, finish Slab away. He had a pretty cool Slab away too. Let's go take a look. All right. You're living the dream, Mr. NHCC. Let's jump over to the Slab away channel. Haha. You know, I'm tempted to do the same thing every day. I have gentlemen in my Instagram inbox saying, hey, you going to sell me that Gold Star Charizard? You going to sell me that Gold Star Gyarados? And I go, man, maybe, because you can really do a lot of stuff with that money. You can reinvest it. You can play around with it. Okay, so it's XY Bandit Gyarados and Staff Gyarados. Ooh, you did well on the Staff Gyarados, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. And I believe when I probably sold it to you, I probably got another one for myself. Ah, here we are. Yes, you did do well on that Gyarados. Look at that, guys. So see how the Gyarados is a red label? Basically, what that means is I was overpricing it so that I would make a profit, and then I just go buy another one, and you get to sort of have like a loan. It's like a capital loan, right? Because somebody has to pay for a Gyarados to exist, and it was me. I used my money to pay for Gyarados. So the red labels, think of it like a loan with interest, and the interest is whatever the price is over the eBay price, and then you get a 6-month time period to pay it down. I'm pretty sure the cheapest Staff Gyarados is now $1,000. He also got this really cool Japanese XY Bandit Ring Gyarados, which I thought was really underpriced, and it was just really, really cool. So he just got these 2 slabs done. How do you guys like that? Ministry got me excited for the October return. I want my Zard back. Yeah, I saw it. It's a Japanese Zard, and he totally graded 10. So very, very nice. You might have an upcharge. Was that one an upcharge? Let me see. I don't know if I don't know which ones needed an upcharge, but let me see. So Uyama Pikachu did. Chrome Marvel needed a $1 upcharge. Who cares? Yeah, here it is. So yours is a $20 upcharge. Pokemon Japanese Inferno X Mega Charizard Special Art Rare. They charged an additional $20. It's really not bad. Some are quite bad, but that one's pretty easy. I don't like PSA's upcharges, man. Looks like nothing else got upcharged. That would have been yours. Let's see. What else did you have? So here's a Dawn Special Rare, got a 9. Topps Chrome SpongeBob, I Need It, got a 9. Prismatic Evolutions Pikachu Hyper Rare got an 8. Evolutions Pidgeot, XY Evolutions Pidgeot got a 10. Really? Is that like a reverse holo? Oh, it's an EX. It's a Mega Pidgeot EX. I see. That got a 10. Somebody's McDonald's Myrodon got an 8. Evolutions Machamp Holo got an 8. Merlin Pokemon Jesse Prism got a 10. That's pretty cool. One Piece Japanese EV3 Extra Booster One Piece Heroines Edition Uda got a 10. Oh, that's Tammy. Yeah, okay. We told Tammy hers already. That's cool. Okay. How did the audit go? Oh, you the Picalo Matt audit. We had Tammy test 2 more orders, and one of them was $100 off. And so I spoke to him. He agreed to fix it. He had a number of other orders with me, and I've got a feeling some of them might have been pretty far off. But I told him, pay off this one. I won't audit the others. But from now on, can't be any math mistakes in the future, okay? So, all right. Yeah, I suppose when you guys buy over PayPal, it's kind of like self-checkout, isn't it? The thing is, usually for most orders, I can kind of sense if it's off. And for like the majority of the orders, I can actually do the math quietly in my head. I'm very good at that. And it's very rare for something to be off. But also, I tend to catch it if it is. So like I can sense it. And that's why we checked. My brain was like, this feels like it needs checking. Here's Misty's Gyarados. Anyways, he's a big buyer, and he's bought from us before in the past, and I just asked him to fix it, and he did. And I think we're just going to ask him to be more careful in the future, and it's all good. All right, NHCC. Here we are. Very good. Yeah, can't be doing that. We do pay attention, and any order you process with us, we can always go back and double check it. So be sure your math is right. If you're not using the website, be sure to make sure you're using a calculator, or know your limits when it comes to how good you are at math. All right. Wow, so beautiful. I love it. Oh, I want to show off the Gyarados. I want to see what price is this staff Gyarados, because I told you guys that I thought the staff Gyarados is going to go up, but also I like the staff Tyranitar too. I mean, all the staff cards from that time period are cool. Destined Rivals. So staff Gyarados. Oops, Gyaradoa. Check it out. All right. So the cheapest staff Gyarados now $1,000, $1,200, $2,500. Look at that. The cheapest ones are like $1,000 now. So he's up. He just paid this off. He got it for $670, and he's doing well. Yeah. Pretty cool. How's the Tyranitar doing? Because I got a mix of both of those. I got a number of the Gyarados, and I got a bunch of the Tyranitars. He might be cheaper. All right. I should offer a red label staff Tyranitar again. Is this real? To watch today. Yeah. So the Tyranitar is a little bit better, but there's not a lot of them left. Sent for the upcharge. Nice, perfect. All right, so your upcharge is taken care of. The other guy's upcharge is taken care of. Let's put this away. Good. PSA has shown you your grades. I'm going to throw these away. Your orders have offers. I don't care. They never ship your items out right away anymore. They always try to make you like PSA offers now, and that lasts like 24 hours or so dumb. So now that wasn't the only thing he wanted. Mr. NHCC's order is quite large here. Oh, did I remove him from the Slab Away channel? No. Okay, so it was $1,000 left on those other things, and he's done with that. So boom. All right, NHCC, it's updated. Now, what else he ordered would be jump me in the Topps Zard. Okay, Topps Zard. Heck yeah. Cards that could potentially go up a lot in the future on our table right now. Definitely the Ghastly First Edition feels like a top tier card. He's PSA 10, First Edition, Neo Destiny, Ghastly. So I feel like he has potential. The Shining Tyranitar also. This guy over here. So this guy has potential just because he's a... Now I know he's a CGC Gem Mint 10. But just because he's a Shining Tyranitar, I think he's got a good chance. Look at this guy. Beautiful. So even if people in their minds are thinking of him as a 9 or 9.5, those go up too, right? Not just 10s. Put that over there. Bonjour. Hey, what's up, Quentin Maudhusen? Bro, didn't hear the news yet. What news? Been a while. How's life treating you? Hey, what's up, Magician's Hobby? How's it going, man? So, he also wants in the Trico. Okay. So you can just buy a spot in the Trico if you wish. You don't have to trade. But yeah, trading is totally legit for getting in there. Where's the Trico? Trade. We got a separate bag just for this Trico because it's going to be so many spots. This whole bag's going to be full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're up to 8. His Jesse Merlin hit a 10. That's huge, not going to lie. Somebody hit a 10 on the Jesse. That's really cool. Yeah, it's going to be like a $500 to $800 card, I think. Now, he also wants into the Tyranitar sublist. Okay. The Tyranitar sublist is close. This is almost done. Only one spot left on the sublist, and then spot number 4 is done for the Tyranitar. 4 out of 12. Long way to go. A lot of money. Let's see. So he's in the Tyranitar now. He wants into the Tagzard. Very good. So that's a big one. That's a really meaningful one. There you go. I'm probably late to the party, but what did everyone think of Gary on the Iced Coffee podcast? It was fun. Nothing unusual. Here it is, the rare candy bag. All right, so there you are, going in. There we go. Yeah, I thought he did a good job keeping himself in the spotlight with that interview. This is going to be 8. 8 out of 36. Charizard moves forward by 1. That's a big one. Then he says, and these pack box breaks, the Phantom pack, the Topps pack, and the OP5 box break, and the DR box break. All right, so 6 spots left on the One Piece box. There you are. It's a big order. I'm liking it, Mr. NHCC. I feel like that's why the Gengars jumped. Why did the Gengars jump? Now, I know the Gengars jumped over time, so it just kept happening. You know, you kept seeing like these surprising, low pop Gengars jumping to unusually good prices. Like remember Skyrich Gengar? Who knows what that guy's worth now too? You know, like with the Legendary Collection Gengar hitting 400 and the Masaki Gengar hitting 200. What's the Skyrich Gengar worth? Because he's one of the best. All right. So let's get him in these. So One Piece is right here. Yes, when we're talking about Gengars, the Skyrich Gengar becomes one of the most difficult to obtain cool Gengars. Gary was talking about Gengars on the podcast. Oh, I must not have seen that part. I really mostly just watched a bunch of clips. All right, so that's One Piece. Now we also need the Pokebox break, which is right here. And you join 2 other people, so there's a total of 3 people in the Destin Rivals box break. And then last but not least, you're going to join the 2 pack splits on the table. All right, NHCC. NHCC. What did he say, Magician's Hobby? Because I didn't hear that part. And these pack splits are brand new. We just started them yesterday. So I think you are the first person to take a spot in either of them. And both of them. Where's the baggie? Here it is. Found it. All right, the cheap split. That would be the top card. Not that cheap. And the expensive booster. That would be the Phantom Forces. You guys want to talk about what we've got that could give you your best card in your collection? Well, these 2 pack splits always give you a shot at that. This could give you a holographic Charizard 10. Probably not, but there's a chance. And this one could give you the Silver Dialga or the nice Gengars from Phantom Forces. So these 2 pack splits hold a lot of possibilities. There you go. Big luck in those, maybe. But yeah, this one's probably my favorite, though. The Ghastly is. The Ghastly's my favorite. Traditional Neo First Edition. He was basically saying that he expects Gengars to start climbing and that they were undervalued at the moment. Right now? Nah, I don't believe that at all. Gengar's very popular, but I don't think he's undervalued. I think he's already at the top. I mean, how much further can he go? Let's see. Let me go grab I'm gonna show some Gengars off. I'm surprised at how expensive he is now. Because to me it doesn't make sense for him to become too expensive. I mean, I like Gengar. He's like Umbreon. To me, Gengar's like Umbreon. He's one of those really cool Pokemon. Everybody likes him because he's cool. Ready? Ancient Origins went off already? Yes, sir. Ancient Origins went off. I'm trying to remember. It was kind of a poopy pack, I think. Oh, I remember. So one guy pulled both the rare and the reverse holo. Robert Breeding did. He got them both. The rest of the pack was just kind of poopy. Gengar Cardos. That's the quest stickers. Here's a little Merlin sticker. You know, we sell these Merlin booster packs. You guys can try and pull and grade one of these right now. Oh, look at that. Legend Maker Gengar. Big deal. Oops. Some of these fossil Gengars. Pretty cool. Here is a weird Sword and Shield Gengar Champions Path Pin Collection promo. I don't know why I bought it. I guess I just thought it looked cute. This is a Haunter. He's related to Gengar. Kind of like the Ghastly we're splitting. Boy, some guy begged me so hard for this Expedition Gengar. He begged so many times for it, and I just kept telling him no, and I'm glad I did. Here's the Expedition Gengar. Here's the Platinum Gengar. It's pretty cool. This is one of my favorites. The Cardos Pocket Monsters Ken Sugimori Dream Eater Gengar. This is just so freaking cool, man. I love this card. So glad I was into those and bought a couple of these. I don't know what this is worth now, but I wouldn't sell it for anything. That's not true. There's a price for everything, but man, he's like peak for me. So we got two of these Legend Makers. I had really good a really good foresight picking up these really rare low pop reverse holo stamp cards from the Gold Star era, huh? Here's, do you have any Meiji promo cards? I've seen the Meijis. I didn't buy any. Here's, I could have, but I decided not to. Here's Gengar Mimikyu from Team Up. This one really shocked me. I didn't think it would ever be worth as much as it is now. It makes no sense to me. But obviously I bought one, so, you know, that's how I guess that's how I really felt about it. And there it is. Skyridge Gengar, which I believe I bought from another PokeTuber, although I cannot remember his name. I just remember when I bought it, I said, hey, isn't this a PokeTuber? And I thought, why is he selling this? He sold it to me for $4,000 in 2022. This is like a $100,000 card now, isn't it? What did this card last sell for? Oops, you shouldn't have sold it. You should have had Pokefaith. Let's see. That's X30 in a year. That's crazy. What's X30? Let's see. Thank you for the advice over the years. I was able to pick up a Meloetta Full Art Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection PSA 10 for $165. Now last one sold for $5K. Jesus. I don't think that's rare enough. I don't even see a Skyridge Gengar for sale to compare this to. Like, there's no one that has one listed. Boy, I wonder what would happen if I listed this one for like $400K if it would have a chance of selling. Probably not. But it shouldn't be worth that much. It's already population 86. So it's not rare the way the Legendary Collection Gengar was rare, but that's a special one. I like this too. I got a pristine 10 on a Master Ball Chinese 151 Gengar. I think that's really cool. I like the Chinese cards a lot. Cardos Vending Gengar, one of my favorites, by the way. I believe I sold a green deck, green version of one of these, didn't I? On eBay for like 10K. Probably should have just held that too. Could have just held all of them. Here's the Gengar VMAX. This was gonna be a mega break. I don't know what it's worth now. Oh, so I got the Masaki Gengar, but I've also got this Web Gengar first edition, and I think somebody originally had it in Slab Away, and then they kind of abandoned it, like they didn't finish it. Look at the double swirls. One here, one here. So that's cool. I got this cool Misohiro Arita signature, and the card itself got a 9. So that's part of why I wanted it. And then, let's see. Where are you living these days? Yeah, I'm hiding out in Lake of the Ozarks still. So we got the Gengar Haunter. Here's another one of these weird cards. I have 2 of these. I don't know where the other one is. But look at that. That's a Cardos card. It's from an episode of the anime. Here's a legendary reverse hollow Gengar 4. I bought this to host a break for you guys, and I just never did because he was so pretty. I was like, I might as well keep him. And then I'm glad I bought one of these. I used to have like 3 or 4 of these, and I sold them all like a dummy back when they were worth like, I don't know, like $400 maybe. I thought, 400. You know why I didn't want them? Because there were too many. There were too many of them, and I told myself, well, there's too many of these. They're not going to be worth that much. Wrong. A card can be high pop and still go way up in price. And then, of course, the Master Ball Gengars, which I warned people were going to become very expensive. Remember, I said that a little while ago. I said this is a top modern investment. And I said that because he's so hard to actually pull, and 151 is going to be a nostalgic set. So I think I have 3 of the Master Ball Gengars, but I think they're in the PSA vault. I should have a couple of these Cardos Gengars, but I think those are in the vault too. Actually, would you like to see my vaulted Gengars? I can show you some vaulted Gengars. And then I'm going to get back to the queue, okay? So send in those orders, guys. But since we're talking Gengars, let's show them off for a second. That's my job, is to show off my cards sometimes. So let's see, Gengar. Finish the OP box break. Were you able to get another property down there? Yeah, we got a better lake house than the one we were living in. This lake house is huge, and it's got a beautiful yard, a double lot, and it was only $650. And I'm shopping for a house again to get moved maybe to Tennessee, and I'm realizing just how cheap this lake house is, because a Tennessee lake house of a similar quality, $2 million. So I don't know. All right, so these are all mine in the vault. So we got 19 Gengars in the vault, Merlin Gengar, 2 Cardos, 2 of these Pocket Monster Cardos, 2 of the Fossil Gengars. Here's another Pokeball Gengar. Here's another one of these. Oh, this is listed. Ooh, should I take that down? Dang, dude, I must have listed this so long ago. Let's see. I don't want to sell it. Oh, I have it listed for 100,000. Look at that. I have it listed for 100,000. If this sells for 100,000, no problem. His real population is probably about 34. I'll just have to accept it if it sells for that much. Darn. Okay, so he's way overpriced. I didn't want him to sell. Now, this is what's really interesting. Look at all these Topps Gengars I have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are all holographic. Ah, there's the third Pokeball. So there's the Master Ball Reverse Hollow. Look, PSA is claiming that this is a $1,000 card now. Another Quest sticker, Gengar 9. So I bought up a number of those. Why is it Gligar? We got a Phantom Forces Gengar. Look at that. It claims to be up 100% from when I bought it. And here's a Chinese Gengar tag team. So there you go. You got to look at some of my private Gengars. What's the fee on 100K? Well, it's not 13% because after a certain amount, they go from 13% to a smaller amount. So after a certain amount of money, they take a smaller cut. I can't remember what that is, though. So there you go. You saw some Gengars. You know, obviously in the daytime stream, we were showing off a card that we got back from PSA that I'm a big fan of. Although it wouldn't have been listed as Gengar in the vault. It would have been listed as Pikachu, wouldn't it have? Where'd it go? Oh, we just had it. It's the Gengar Pikachu. The Gengar Pikachu is a really nice card. Well, shucks. I don't know where I put it. Is it in this box? Oh. Give me a second. What's even in this box? Dude, there's some crazy stuff in here. Look at this. Here's the Cubone Chinese exclusive card. When I bought it, I thought it was overpriced, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently now it's overpriced. So the price on that one went way up. Imagine just holding Pokemon inventory, and because you have inventory for your YouTube channel, your inventory like appreciates. Like that's pretty bizarre. Oh, look, another one of these. Beautiful. Look at this. Even just a standard Japanese Gengar, probably worth like $100. I like that card a lot. I'm a big fan. Obviously, the Master Ball's the chase, though. How have the poker cards been doing? You were one of, if not the very first to start grading those. I was the first to start grading those. I sent them to PSA over and over and over again until PSA finally started grading them. In the meantime, I was sending them to CGC and Beckett. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else tried, but I think I was the first person to really force them to grade them. Like, you know, one of the things I would do, I would send them like like 3 Charizards or like 10 of really good cards from a good poker set, and I'd say, please grade these in the notes. And then they wouldn't grade it, and they'd send it back, and it was a big waste of time. But then one day somebody said, hey, did you see they got a, you know, poker card graded? And I was like, sweet. So I was really happy with that. Well, I can't find what I was looking for, guys. I was looking for the Gengar. I was looking for the Pikachu Gengar, and I don't know where the hell he is. He might be down here, perhaps. I don't think he would be, though. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get back to the orders. Look at me. I'm all sidetracked. Oh, I know where he is. I know where he is. He's going to be in this. He's going to be in the special cards pile, isn't he? On the left. There he is. All right. So this card is officially not Gengar. It's actually Pikachu. But a lot of people will call this card Gengar Pikachu because it prominently features Gengar in the background. Now, this is a purely modern card. It's 2025. And it's just really cool. And I don't know what I like better, the Mega Gengar from, you know, Ascended Heroes or this guy. But this is a Chinese exclusive, and it's already reached almost $5,000. Pretty interesting. I think my total holdings on the Gengar Pikachus might be 3. Is the Trico trade break? Is that the Trico trade break? Can't tell if it is. This one right here is the Trico trade break. So I was lucky enough to buy a couple of these Pikachu Gengars. And now he's a $5,000 card. All right, so check it out. So here's a Gengar here. And here's a Gengar here. And I think that's all of them, right? That's all of them. You guys will also notice how many of these McDonald's Pikachus I own. I told myself to buy like 5 of them. Look, I own 2 of the Quest Sticker Pikachus as well. Because I think they're so bizarre. Okay, when you get to Mark Kaplan order, can you see if I have some stuff to trade for spots? I'd be happy to look for that, Mr. Mark. Let me put this back. Gotta show off your cards every now and then, guys. All right. Really nice art with Pikachu and Gengar. I agree. All right, so yeah, that one's cool as heck. Team Rocket Grunt, one hot live custom. Team Rocket Grunt. He waited a long time for this. I'm sorry, dude. I got so sidetracked. Team Rocket Grunt. All those things look great right now because the Pokemon hobby's way up. What's it going to look like when it starts crashing? You know, so it's like my single largest investment holding. So when it starts crashing, it's not going to be fun. Markets crash, guys. And then it's not so fun anymore. One cold one. I'm sorry, man. One cold live custom. We also have an order from, say refresh, check the website. Any chance of bringing TCC grading back? It's been a while. It's kind of like a bad breakup. It's been a while ever since John has left. And I think after John left, the wind was really taken out of my sales for card grading. It was just, all of it was so unpleasant and really frustrating. And now it's been like 2 years from then, and maybe I'm ready to be heard again. But we got to find somebody who really wants to work on it and is passionate about it. So we have Miss Alexis. I haven't trained her. I did train her one time to work on it, but she did not really jump too enthusiastically into it. But who knows? Maybe she will change her mood on it. It's hard to say. I can try to hire a new person, but if I'm moving to Tennessee or to South Carolina, it gets trickier, doesn't it? So we might move. We're not sure. That's all part of the equation. I could move the encapsulator up near me into this room, and then I would just personally do the encapsulations. That's not a very good system because I don't have all day to do that. Here's Mark Kaplan. He says, Mr. Mark, 2 Ascended Heroes, and that he would like to trade some of his cards in, right? All right. Why are you moving? If I cross borders into Tennessee, my whole Pokemon card collection is all of a sudden worth 5% more because I have no more taxes to pay when they sell. So imagine owning $1 million of Pokemon cards and you got your income and all that. You cross the border from Missouri to Tennessee. There's no state tax in Tennessee. Now you're just making 5% more. That would be the reason. We are all right. Frostmoth, Groudon. Likewise, if I cross the border into a higher tax state, it's like I suddenly lose a larger portion of the value of my cards. Ghastly Dragonair, Mega Gengar. So if we're going to move, I probably shouldn't hire anybody until after the move. So taxes are theft confirmed. I wouldn't call it theft. It's just if a state offers lower taxes, maybe I want that. All right, Mr. Mark. Move to Texas, mister. We can hang out. Texas is cool, man. A lot of my friends moved to Texas. But unfortunately, Texas actually has kind of a high tax rate, but it's on your mortgage. So your mortgage is a pretty tough tax rate. Texas, unfortunately, it claims to be a low tax state, but then it actually has the highest tax rate on properties in the country. So property taxes are higher in Texas than in any other state. Of course, Texans can probably vote to remove that somehow. I don't know if they will, but yeah, you guys actually have a tax burden pretty similar to Missouri just because of property taxes. All right. So getting rid of some hollows, it looks like, would be one easy way to get $5. So let's grab some hollows out of here. EXs are another way to get to $5. Okay. Oh, mama. What did you pull? Ooh. You keep that Gyarados. He's probably worth like $1. Okay. All right. Okay. So those are some Korean cards. Let's put that there. So you have a stack of hollows that's about yay fat. Now, some of these are Korean cards. I'm not terribly interested in them, but my point would probably be that they're not worth a terribly large amount. Would you like to trade in this stack for $5 on the Trico? Yes. Grab Mega Gengar here. Ba-doink. Take some EXs too if any strike you. We can turn that into a separate deal if you want. Now, this is a Korean EX, and I really don't value them terribly highly. Let's see. Oh, this is a stack of hollows too. Let's see. Erica's Vileplume. Here, I'll toss this Dragonite into this stack. See, this is a Korean EX. Now, you would keep this EX. That's Mega Gengar. That's a hollow. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay, okay. Pincurchin. I know you're trying to hold on to all your Pincurchins. You don't have to lie. Okay, okay. Now, if you're interested, this can also be turned in. But so now look at your bag. It's so much thinner. Isn't that funny? It's funny how fast a bag gets thin when you remove all of the cards that you will never grade out of there. All right, so how about $10 for both stacks? I have the very first TCC graded card with QR code link to the video when it was pulled. I still think that's an absolutely genius idea. Yeah? That's really cool, man. You know, one of the things I did was I went back onto eBay and started buying the TheCardconomist graded cards. And okay, these are sold. And what I did was I stored them over here because I was scared if they were left up on eBay in the wild, most of them would just get, like if it was TheCardconomist 10, I just kind of assumed people would crack them and regrade with PSA. And I really didn't want that. So I ended up being the one to collect a lot of, let me write down a name on this. I ended up being the one to collect a lot of those just to make sure that they don't get cracked. I want to be proud of all the work we did and remember it all, you know. So if you guys ever want to see my TheCardconomist collection, I can show that off. These were cards that we graded, handed out to the people who pulled the cards and graded them, and then they eventually listed them on eBay. And you know what I did? I just bought them back. All right, any OP11? Mark Kaplan. He did a trade-in for 2 spots, $10. Fastest way to sell your junk cards right there. Sell your junk cards very quickly. There it goes. Oh, there's marker Stein. I would never crack my TCC slabs. I'd love to buy some from you when you get some extra when I get some extra cash. Let's see. I like the sound of that. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Well, I got some really good ones, you know. It's really interesting. Where is the trade bag? I know it's over here. If you wait around, I can show them off. I just got to take care of some orders first so people don't wait too long. because we don't want the wait times to blow up. But I have a pretty good-looking Cardconomist collection, and all that crazy stuff with John is in the past now. We just move on to feeling good about grading cards again. Eric Lay. Might be Eric Lay. You ready, Eric? So Eric said $40 for the Tyranitar slab break. Ooh, all right. The sub list is done. New round. All right, so sub list number 4 is completed. You rip live? That's right, that's what we do. We've been doing it for 7 years. If this is your first time meeting us, Mr. Steam Smiles, 7 long years. And in those 7 years, we worked 7 days per week the whole time. Pretty remarkable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I was just grinding. That was it. 7 years. It's like being in jail almost. 7 years of being in Pokemon jail. And building up my Pokemon card collection at the same time. I have a great collection now. And I'm so lucky that the Pokemon card hobby has gone up in value, because if it had gone down in value, obviously not as happy of an outcome. I'm sure I would have just kept collecting anyways. But still, it's better for it to go up than down, huh? I mean, it did go down. It went down in 2023 and 2024. All right, so this shall say Mega Boosty. That's what we're trying to pull here, is the Mega Boosty. Cop was so scared she killed a random dude. Montreal shooting. Ooh. A female cop killed another man. Is that what you're saying? There was an innocent man who got killed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, gonna make sure we didn't have too many of these. Yikes! That reminds me of back when we had the whole George Floyd situation, and America was very sensitive for a while. And then a female cop shot and killed a black guy when she was supposed to taser him. She said, taser, taser, taser. But then she pulled out her Glock and shot the poor guy with the real gun. And that was all over the news for a while. And I believe she went to jail for that, for manslaughter or something like that. So she went to jail, and that was a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Here we are. Do you guys think there's any evidence that maybe guys are better under pressure in those life or death gun situations? There's been arguments about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we've got 10. That's 10 for the sub list. There's a whole video. It's nuts. She killed a random dude walking by in the confusion while the real shooter was gunning for her. Wow, that's so sad. That is so sad, man. Here's the list. And we have to shuffle these now. 1 in Canada, 1 in California. So the way this works, we're going to shuffle right in front of your very eyes. The odds are 1 in 10. Oops. It's a very nice way to be in sort of like mystery packs or breaks or whatever you want to call it. You know, no software here, just my hands. Now, you guys get to pick 2 different numbers to split the deck. So 2 people pick a number. Caught was so scared she accidentally killed a random dude. So Brandon will say 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the second number? Being an airhead isn't exclusive to a gender. Is there Q? Also, how many OP13? 3. 1, 2, 3. How many OP13 Japanese do you have? I have a limited amount. All right, so there we go. It's been split twice. We actually divide it twice because we're not able to split the names up. So we shuffle that one twice. All right. Shahir has the first 5. Let's see if he pulls it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is so rough. That is rough. All right, Shahir misses it on the first 5. So 50% odds of that happening, Shahir. Now, Miss Alicia Brown? Nope. Ryan Shapiro? Nope. Jeff Leon. Might be yours, Jeff. Nope. NHCC. Is this going to be NHCC? Oh my God, that guy is just getting so lucky. And Eric Lay. All right. So you know what's crazy about this spot? He bought this using the $40 from a $43,000 Gengar that he just sold that he wanted to break over here. So you know what would be crazy, NHCC? If you pull the Mega Tyranitar on this spot, it will just be absolutely insane. But you're in now. So you have a 1 in 14 odds. Yeah, so NHCC, he pulled a Gengar on this stream a couple years ago. He just sold it today for $43,000. Pulled it for 40, sold it for $43,000. All right. Pretty crazy. So we'll point to his name now. It was him who pulled it the last round. Here's a fresh round of the sub list that you guys can jump into. And this card goes into the back of the break. There it goes. Mega Boosty, NHCC. And this clicks up to 4 out of 12. There it is. 4 out of 12. Long way to go. Takes a lot of money. Takes a lot of money. All right. Wow. Well, what happens next? We're going to go ahead and make a notification in the breaks channel that the sub list went off. Let's see. In the breaks history. Let's see, Mega Tyranitar sublist for NHCC occurring in 51 minutes. There it goes. Woo! Okay, well, now we can move on to the next order. The next order is Jose Trevino, 10 Pokey Truffles. I saw somebody got rickety-wrecked on these in the daytime stream. Good luck, Mr. Jose Trevino. 43K, a lot to turn down in front of you, though. Yeah. For one slab, you wanted a break. Wanted a break for 40 bucks. From 40 bucks to $43,000. You could write like a news story on that, I feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the crazy part is I'm sure we have given out many other cards like that that could have gone way up in time, in price. We got 1, 2. Aha, Latios. That's a $40 card. Just Latios, though. Okay, this is a tough round because the Latios is only 40. It's kind of like overpaying for it. This is a tough round. You can re-roll it, but if you re-roll it, it's only going to re-roll for like 35, I think, if no one else has re-rolled it. Here it is. 027. 027. So he can be re-rolled for 35 if you wish. Or you say, you know what? I'm going to cash out on this Latios and lock in my money. That's absurd. That's very impressive. Keep. All right, he's locking it in. He's seen the horrors of the rerolls. The horrors. Don't want that to sound too much like the other word. There we go. He's out. We got any cards that can go in and replace him? How about a $40 card? Anything nice? Nothing cheap. All these poker cards are kind of expensive. Jaded? I might buy this for Mr. Jaded. All right, so... I'm a hold kind of guy. Nice, dude. Oh, that's a 9. That's what's going on. That's a tag 9. All right. I said that looks like a nice card, and then I looked it up and it was really expensive. I'm like, oh, why is his so cheap? Because he has a 9. That Princess Peach is nice, but it really ought to go. This ought to go into the waifu shuffle, don't you guys think? That should go in. The other waifu card should go in too. Where is it? That Zelda should go in. So these two cards should go into the waifu shuffle right now, don't you think? I guess we'll make Peach 80. I don't know. 1. I don't want to lower her to 60. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 2 lady cards going into the waifu shuffle. Zelda, Poker, P10, Q of clubs. All right. I'm such an idiot for selling super early. Here it is. He has a reason to feel bad about it. Here's the Queen of Spades. So this would be Peach. Queen of Spade. P10. And she's off to hang out with Bowser. I did that right? All right. Put the low punny in there too. There is actually a low punny already in there, but we can actually put another one, which would be pretty funny. Wait, let's write this down as 80 so that when it gets pulled, we know. 80. All right, so fix that. Yeah, low punny can go in there too. Why not? I'm gonna lower this one to 60. Okay, so the low punny 9 can be 60. Follow my philosophy, Brandon. Make sure to like the streams. No more low punny in the waifu shuffles. Oh, you're getting more low punnies. I kind of Pokemon, Batman. 8 of Hearts. P9. All right, just to make sure I don't mess that up, because there's 2 low punnies in there, and I could see myself messing that up like a doo-doo head. That's it. Double low punnies in the waifu shuffle. So some slabs just got removed from the table. Look at that, kaboot hops. We got to put something in the Poke Shuffles too, but we'll keep working. Okay, so Jose Trevino's done. Joshua Whipple, Zard Upcharge. Nice. All right, so he's done with the Zard Upcharge, and he says, congrats to NHCC and Tammy as well. All right, and now we have Joseph Smith, 2 Poke Shuffle. You got it, man. 2 of these. Tag is also shut down. Yeah, tag is ridiculously shut down. 1, 2. Good. 2 cold ones. No luck this time. Hey, Mr. You happen to have any Breakpoint or Burning Shadow booster packs? Ooh, that's a great question. Check this out. There's a Breakpoint. See these Burning Shadows? They're very special. They came out not out of a booster box, but out of a premium collection box. And I know for a fact that they are print wave 1, meaning if you pull a textured full art, you have a chance at a 10. Of course, it still has to be well centered, but it doesn't have the cutting error. Now, the question is, what do these sell for? What do we sell these for, everybody? I don't know. I have no clue. Tags copying PSA. Just placed my first, but definitely not the last order. Astral Corona. Ooh, a first-time order. I like it. Okay. Joseph Smith, thank you very much for that. And delay in e-check. Okay, we have a delay in e-check payment. All right. We'll jump out of here. Let's jump over here. We're hitting refresh on the website. Aha, we have a Mr. Mark Kaplan order. He wants 3 Ascended Heroes and 2 Heat Waves. Heat Wave's a cool set, man. I like it. Okay, we're going to say 1 and 2. There it goes. Now you need 3 of the Ascended Heroes, huh? Okay, snipping time. Hey, mister, when is the January submission coming back? When it does. I don't know. It is. PSA doesn't really have like a timeline anymore. It's not like they're just like sending things back in order or like they're moving real fast. When it comes back, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be posted in the Discord server, but I can't speed them up, so it's just whenever they decide. All right, this is for Mark Kaplan. Are we there yet? They are not like us. They are not like us. I'm glad that October is coming back. Holy moly, it's been too long. Yeah. There we go. Well, right now, PSA is moving faster than tag grading. I can tell you that. And right now, we are grading with CGC, by the way, guys. Okay. Okay. We can also grade with SGC. So that's another company we can grade with. They're not super popular, but They're a legit grading company. Here's Credence. And a code one. Oops. Yeah, this next PSA submission is going to have a lot of Cardconomist graded cards in it. Although I found out what they rejected from the submission. So they refused to grade a bunch of cards. I don't know why. And you know what it was? It was Kirby. I sent them a round of Kirby cards printed from Nintendo, and they rejected the whole round. It's so frustrating because it was like a lot of really cool Kirby cards. And I wish they had been graded. We would have been enjoying a brand new thing up here, but yeah, they just passed on it. They probably felt like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't work on this right now. That's probably what they did. They probably got orders to not worry about it. Ooh, Staraptor. Very nice. Larry Staraptor. And Larry. Here's Whirlix Golduck. You got one Stay Raptor. I heard the reason PSA slowed down was due to a troll. Yeah, the duck guy. Can I get a 3 on this? Okay, Mr. Mark, let's grab this. Yeah, I suppose people could troll them a lot if they wanted to. I like how he sent them money, and they told him, not only are you not going to be allowed to grade with us in the future, but also we're keeping your money. Because he sent them like bribe money, and they said, we're going to keep that to pay for all the time you wasted. All right, there we go. Mr. Mark, you're on your way to saving up for a new spot in the trade break. Duck went to the lemonade stand. Let me have a drink of water here. Mister, do I get a free first-time order card? Heck yeah, you do. So Mark is done, and here's Mr. Sergio Corona. A third Sergio? All right, the Sergios are taking over. One Merlin. That's Sergio A2, Sergio L12, and Sergio Corona. Here is the free card. Let's see. Let me get you a better one. Give me a second. Let's grab one out of this bag. Oh, does this bag have them? Here we go. All right, so we got a beautiful Ghastly for you. How does that look? Kind of like this Ghastly. Now, one Merlin pack. Oh no, my government name. Here we are. We all use our government names. It's because it's a shopping channel. There we go. Is it a little shocking to hear it? There we go. I think it's something you kind of get used to over time. Here's Charizard. Yeah, nobody really cares about anybody's name on this channel because you're just used to it, you know? It's like going to confession. So you actually pulled good on your very first round. Your Merlin sticker pack includes one of the Charizards. Look at that. So this is one of the Charizards you can pull out of the Merlin packs. And if that grades 10, it's valuable. It's a valuable 10. Okay. And now, so we got Ghastly and Charizard. Very good. Let's get you a baggie. I'll put a little bulk card on either side. Give your bag a little fatness. So it's not too thin of a bag. We don't want it to be too thin. Get a couple more cards in there. All right. You're going in the SE box. Okay. We're pretty much at the end of June, if you can believe it. So I'm going to go with 726. I think this is the fisheye lens. Is this not the fisheye lens? I feel like it is. It is the fisheye lens. That's why this whole table has felt off this entire time. We've been in the fisheye lens the whole time, guys. All right, so this is not the fisheye lens. This is, and now it's not gonna. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do the zoom very well. All right, I was wondering about that. I was like, why is there so much space on the screen? Because we're in the fisheye lens. Here's your baggy box over here. Plenty of room in this box. Shouldn't be, though, because the other Sergio should be filling it up. Any expired bags? This bag's been around for a while. This one's from 325. That's pretty expired. Here's a Sean Leon from 625. Let's take a look at these. Sky Henderson. Yep, he's just abandoned this. This is just some hollows. I actually ordered from the website because I rarely use PayPal. It was an easy process. Nice. My wife made that website. She's a software engineer. Yeah. Which means she's probably closeted furry. All right, let's see. Honestly, nothing too crazy here. There's obviously this Reggie and Zamazenta and Wobbuffet. Let's see, what else? That's Chinese. I think this is really an abandoned bag. That's kind of nice. So, there's truly nothing very crazy in this bag. I think this one's abandoned. Sean Leon. It says 625. I'm not going to take it so soon. I'm going to let that get older. I'm going to let that one ferment for a little while. But now I know what's in there. Now, yeah, people are doing that a lot. If they don't have an expensive bag, they'll often just be like, I ain't shipping that. The moon landing was fake. I actually learned from the website. Whatever it's on your PayPal name, use it. It's just so easier to find your previous order. Yeah, it's a good way to do things. We put your real name on your bag, and that makes sure that if there's ever an issue, we can trace everything back. So it's kind of important. Here's Carlos Chaveras, 3 Nikkei Precious. I think it's something you get used to. Like, everyone who's been buying over here, they know that that's how it works, and nobody really cares about anybody's name that much. You know, there's this whole thing called, like, real world society, where you, like, go to church, or you go to school, or you go, you know, to the bar, and everyone just knows each other's name. It's like that song from Cheers. People just know each other's names. It's not a big deal. There. Ooh, I think we kind of grew up paranoid about people knowing your name. There we go. Mr. Conspiracy, the summers that most of the mass shootings are connected and most of them talked in a chat room together. Here we go. We've got crazy spiky hair girl. Yeah, I don't know about that, Alex. All right, there we go. And one more. Chains girl. She's got chains. Ta-da. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. That's Carlos Chaveras. Ow. Hey, we got some new orders today. That was a good day. Oh, you got a box now, don't you? You're a box guy. Oh, Miss Alexis did not get all the shipping done. She has a lot more to do. It's just too much. She was not able to get it done in time, and then she needed to go home and take care of her baby. Take care of your baby. So she's got some more to work on. She's got Brett Love to do still. She did a little bit of the Caleb Ibarra order, but not all of it. So there's quite a bit left. And he's probably going to receive them and be like, hey, this isn't all of it. And I'm going to say, that's right. She still has more to send out. So it was truly a lot this time. Maybe I can ask her to come in Wednesday. She doesn't normally come in Wednesday. Oops. Because it's a long time to wait to Friday. Okay. Very good, Mr. Carlos. We have a Mark Kaplan order now. And it's for 3 Ascended Heroes, 2 more Heatwave Arena. The best Pokemon set. Where'd it go, though? It's back here. Pokemon. The Canada Mass Shooter left a manifesto, and it had incel ideology. Yeah? That's too bad, man. Well, it kind of makes sense, right? You got somebody who's trapped at home. They can't buy a home. They can't get a good job. They can't get a girlfriend. They're not getting any social interaction. And then they decide, you know what? I'm going to do an act of terrorism and kill myself. I think it adds up. I think it makes sense. What can society do to maybe stop this situation as much? Like, how do we... I think there's probably a lot of young men and even women who never... they're just sort of stuck, you know? What can society do to get them unstuck? Mandatory social hangout? There you go. Maybe if society turns them all into... Maybe if society makes them all go to anime conventions. Let's grab this. All right, Mark Kaplan. Care about its citizens' mental health. Well, I don't think it's the case that the government and in general the people don't care about the mental health of society. It's just I don't think we've ever implemented something that would stop people from locking themselves up at home and just maybe playing video games all day and then, you know, maybe getting radicalized online by the internet. Like if you come to this stream, we're going to radicalize you into enjoying card collecting. That's not so bad, right? But, you know, there's other places on the internet and they're not up to any good, and you just get the wrong person. You get the wrong person listening to the wrong content. They decide, all right, I got to take revenge, and they're miserable enough that they might actually do it, you know. Here's Garchomp. They need a job and to stop being bums. Whoa, 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 Alex. As you know, the only way to solve these kind of problems is to be very nice. We can solve all problems with niceness. No, but it's an interesting phenomenon. There's probably an optimal solution. Here's Terrapagos. Everything can be solved with niceness. Double the niceness. Social workers and hugs are mandatory. There you go. Now, Mr. Mark, pulling one Garchomp this time. I'm sorry. One Garchomp? That's not satisfying. I think it's those Ascended packs were really rough this time. They were chilly. They were cold. We got 5 people deep into the Ghastly. There are 8 spots remaining. There we go. All right, now we get to rotate. We got Dawn, Lucci Gold. We got Slowpoke 10. We got Snivy. We got Kabigon. We've got Team Rocket PSA 9 First Edition holographic from the Rocket Collection. We got some gym breaks. Check it out, gym breaks. Still time to jump in a gym break before the final gym break goes off. Oh, we need to work on the gym deck. We need to work on the gym deck. Maybe I steal some cards out of abandoned bags. Savage Cut says, I haven't been here in a while. What happened to the Pokebros or the random vintage singles? Those are gone. Pokebros are gone. We used to have Pokebros. I might bring them back. Because what we did for a while was called the... we did something called the binder break for a while. And that was like sort of popular. And then it just stopped. One day people didn't want it anymore. Actually, I'll tell you when it stopped. It stopped when I actually started testing the value of the cards. Because I'd make the Poke break, the binder break, and what was it made out of? Just a bunch of raw cards, right? Well, I actually started looking up their value online and realizing, oh my gosh, I'm severely underpricing these. So I started writing their cheapest buy it now prices down on them, so I knew what it actually added up to. And now the binder break wasn't just overloaded with cards, so it was no longer like a 50% off break, which is what it truly was acting as. So as soon as that started, people were like, meh, I don't want it. So I haven't found the secret patty formula for liquidating ungraded cards. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I just store those cards forever. Doesn't really matter to me. Put this over here. I thought I could drum up some excitement if I put the binder break in an actual binder. So I did that. And then shortly afterwards, nobody joined that either. Sounds like a nice life. Does anyone grade the old Burger King cards? They do. Walking around eating marshmallows out of my pockets. Mister, I can submit stuff at work. I wonder what the return time would be on my single Charizard's top. Excuse me, on my single Charizard tops. That's a great question. If he were to grade 10, he could be very expensive. He could be like a $500 card or more. Hey, what's up, Mr. CSman? How's it going? Wait, I got a Merlin. It's not a top. No, but the Merlin card is actually licensed by Top. So it is a Topps card. It's Topps Merlin. That's what it's called. It's called Topps Merlin. Heracross. Tyranitar. Bowser. We got 2 Bowsers. That one and this one. And so that is 2 of the 3 Bowsers ever graded. Okay, put that back. Did you put me down for Awakening of the New Era box break? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there's 6 spots remaining, I think, or is it 7? Might be 6. There it is. So that box break is ready to go off. Look at that. Oh, yeah. We got poker cards. We got Monkey D. Luffy. We got Wario. Wario. Poor Wario. Okay, lovely. All right, let's jump over here for a minute and see what's going on. How much is the pre-grade? Pre-grades are $3. And I can advise you if the card should go to Beckett, and I can give you a detailed breakdown of what's going on with that card. All right, now over here we've got Eric Colburn. He says 2 of the 1993 Star Wars, 1 Simpsons, and 1 2025 Topps SpongeBob. Now that'll be the expensive one. The SpongeBob's not cheap. There it is, SpongeBob. Oh yeah, and 2 of the 1993 Star Wars. Here we are. These are pretty good to open. And 1 of the 1990s Simpsons. Now the question is, where am I hiding that at? I actually don't know. Let me look way back here. Okay, I think I found them. Oh, we still got the boys. Grab this. I think we ran out of the Simpsons, and I literally restocked it because it was a product that kept selling. The Simpsons. So it's a wax pack. It's quite old. Just like the Simpsons. Just like Matt Groening. The good card in the Simpsons pack is always this one on the top. So this is your hit card right away. And it says, I will not do anything bad ever again. Oh, I love it. I love it. Matt Groening's so funny because it's just sort of like this concept, like you're punishing the child with this, write this stupid thing down on the chalkboard. And it's this idea that if you just make them write this concept, their brain will just accept it. But you know, it's when it's read, when it's sort of broken down to the logic, the core logic of it, you know that it's like antithetical to human behavior. I will not do anything bad ever again. Yeah, okay. It's the futility of making a bad person write that down on the board. You know they'll never follow the actual words. Suck, 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 Maggie Simpson. All right. She's such an adorable infant. Gucci, Gucci, goo. I think she needs her diaper changed, man. Here's Come Back Here, You Little Smart. Now look how nice these cards are. They're in such good condition. I like that. We're the grown-ups and you're the children. Marge, where's the personals section of today's paper? Is that sort of like a dating joke? Because I think that people would post themselves as available to date. So the irony is he's asking his wife, there's only 1 cookie left and somebody's responsible. Comics are for kids, boy. Who ate my cookies? And no more television for all eternity. All right. So there you go. We've seen these many times because we've been opening The Simpsons for a long time now. Popular product, by the way. We've gone through box after box after box of these. If you also haven't tried it, you got to try out the 1989 Topps Nintendo game packs. A lot of very gradable Mario and Zelda cards in there, vintage cards from 1989. And if they grade 10, do they sell for a lot. They sell for hundreds of dollars if they grade 10. Same with this. If this grades 10, it does well. Those are Topps products. People are very familiar with Topps. So it's a good brand. All right, now. Yeah, check that out on the menu. I think they're $7 a pack or something. 1989 Topps game packs. I've sold so many boxes of those over time. Okay, you ready? Simpsons is the greatest. Miss grabbing a Treehouse of Horror DVD from Blockbuster as a kid. Wow, that's a lot of nostalgia packed into that sentence. All right, we got the fish. We got Hoth. The Pig Knight, early concept. This guy, early concept. The Dark Empire. Some kind of book cover, I think. Here's the Chewbacca family. Okay. R2-D2, solid. And what's this guy's name? I used to know this guy's name. His name is, it has something to do with like pleasure or something. Salacious. His name is Salacious Crumb. There we go. Very fun. All right. Fun character. We'll put that there. Now, in the Star Wars packs, you're looking to pull a textured card, and the best one is the textured Darth Vader. So it'll pop out of one of these packs one day. Let's see. These are in super high quality. Notice they're not sticking at all. And look at this. You pull a Topps Vader. Now, remember, this is Star Wars Galaxy 1, so it doesn't get any older than these when it comes to the Galaxy collection. Okay. Wow, that is so good. Very cool. All gradable. Every one of these can be graded. It's all vintage Star Wars. Here's Max Rebo or something. All right, and there they are in the trees. All right, very good. So no textured card for you. However, you're getting a very nice Darth Vader. Hoth is cool. Lucas was tweaking when he made Jabba's Palace. I hated it when they did the like 1990 remaster and they changed the music. The old music was way better. It was like superior in the Jabba the Hutt Palace. Yeah, the old music was. Also, I like the original ending to the Star Wars trilogy with the Nub Nub or whatever the name of the song is. They changed it after the sequels came out to put Christian Haydenson or whatever, Hayden, to put Christian Hayden in there. And, you know, they did some new orchestral thing. It wasn't bad, but Nub Nub's nostalgia. You can't just get rid of Nub Nub. All right. Here you go. Now, these SpongeBobs can get really expensive, guys. What do we got going on? We've got Goofy Goober, Ice Cream Party Boat. Anakin deserves his redemption. Yeah, but I feel like the other actor kind of lost his spot in the movie. And I feel like that's just not fair. I feel like he kind of earned it, right? Like he actually acted the scene where, you know, him and Luke have their moment together. And when you pass away, do you get to be a younger version of yourself or are you an older version of yourself? You know, it's like, like they didn't change Obi-Wan. We are in Chino, California. Wow, that's a lot of traffic. Here's Betsy Krabs, all right? Betsy Krabs, Mr. Krabs' mother. Holy, if you pull a 1 of 1 for Fractor, it is just good game. Yeah, 1 of 1 in this set goes for a lot of money. And we've got the elastic waistband. It's hot honey time. Not the hot honey joke. Here's Grandpa SquarePants. All right, perfect. So no numbered card in this pack, Mr. Eric Colburn. Thanks for the order. You do pull a lovely Maggie Simpson and a Darth Vader and a Miss Betsy Crab. What do you guys think of that order? That was almost, that was $100. Big order, guys. All right, cool. You want this empty booster? I might keep that for you. We'll keep your cards in the middle there, your SpongeBob's in the middle. Now, where's your bag? You're over here somewhere. Eddie Berto, Evar, Eric Tang, Eric Martinez. Did he say new bag? He didn't say new bag. All right. We're looking for a bag. Did you need a new bag? What is this? This is like an empty sleeves. Also, let's move this off to the side. Where can I move this? I'll put it back here. Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo. Eric Beltran. All right, so you're not Eric Beltran. I'm getting you a new bag. True, seeing him without makeup must have been a highlight for the family. You mess with the Squeak Squad? Yeah? You always carry interesting goods, mister. Yeah, we have a pretty broad menu if you guys actually look. Ah, so you want to mess with the Squeak Squad, huh? Squeak! Do you guys like it when I do that? I don't know why I enjoy that so much. It's very fun doing some kind of voice acting. There you go. We're going to say 7.26. Squeak, help. Oh, no. The poor mouse is stuck between a lady's large breasts. Poor mouse. Ooh, did you guys see this? Check that out. That's cool. Golden Spooty Man. PSA 10 from Topps 2024. Topps Chrome Marble. That's cool. All right. Here's Diglett for only 1,300. Here's Waluigi. Oh, this is a good round. I might have to take a picture of this round. Of course, these cards right here should actually go off to the expensive Slabs channel. Okay. You mess with the Squeak Squad, you get the teeth. Grab this. Eric Colburn says 4 more of the Star Wars Topps and another SpongeBob. All right, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another SpongeBob. You mess with the Squeak Squad, you get the teeth. Okay. Here's SpongeBob. Snip. And we're going to snip this. And snip this. Voice actors got such a cool job. There we go. What's the deal with those Minecraft-looking Pokemon? These are called Quest Sticker Pokemon cards. They're printed by Bandai Namco, and they're from 2018, which makes them 8 years old already, and they're just disappearingly rare. And if you look at their sales online, they've been selling for ridiculous prices. So they're now a sought-after niche set. And I got a Diglett here. There it is. They're pretty cool. Only a couple people get to own them. All right. Here's Yoga. It's Yoga. The Yes Star. Come on now. Here's Star Wars, like a movie poster situation. There's a very respected George Lucas, looking very fine. Here's the X-Fighter. This weird thing. Is that like a Jabba? Yeah, that's a Jabba the Hutt guy. Kashyyyk. And Jabba the Hutt Palace again. All right, cool cards. No Vader's in there. Vader's probably number one when it comes to like non-hollows. Can't go wrong with Darth Bladder. How about this one? Okay. We've got, this guy with the long neck weird thing. Here's Han Cholo. Oh. The worm. Doesn't the worm have a name? Here's Leia and her brother before they make out. There's the sand, people of the sand. I killed them, and not just the men, but the women and the children. I hate them. There were signs. Imagine your man goes and kills a whole village of men and women and children, and then you're just like, yeah, but he's my man. Do you guys ever think about that? You know, Padme, we think of Padme as like this purely innocent person. Her guy went to a sand person village and just murdered the whole group. Like, that was, like, genocided them. And then she's like, you know, forgive and forget. They're just sand people. Wow. Padme forgave and forgot instantly. She didn't even respond to it, basically. She just gave him a hug, like, oh, you poor thing. Oh, did you go on a murderous rampage? Here's Leia. Here's, just shows you we're all sand people racist when we watch that part of the movie, because none of us said, oh, that's not right. And, oh, Padme, she's kind of a enabler. There you go. They did kill his mom. I know. All right, here we are. Anakin, no. Here's R2-D2. And what about this? What about this? Did you guys know R2-D2 is actually operated by a little man inside of the machine? That's right. They got a guy with dwarfism into the R2-D2 robot, and that was how R2-D2 actually worked. They didn't do like a remote control robot back then. It was an actual costume that somebody was inside of. Some of you guys might not have known that. Same with C-3PO. That guy was a very skinny guy, and they put him into the C-3PO suit. Yeah, he's a little bit taller and very skinny. All right, no Darth Vaders. We did get a lovely R2-D2, though. All right. Did any of you guys not know that? R2-D2 was operated by a very small man who was inside of the machine. Wonder if he pedaled to get around. I don't remember. I don't think he pedaled, did he? Oh, I don't remember, actually. It's a good question. All right, and now, SpongeBob. Ready? Ooh, I like the way that there's a little gap there. It makes me think this one's more expensive. The C-3PO Mandela effect always gives me the different color leg. So here's Champions of the Deep. Okay, Champions of the Deep. Pappy Crabs. Okay. Bikini Atoll. Atoll? Ah, that's not a numbered card. What is this? Weird, it's got like a different thing going on there. Jumbo Shrimp and Atlantis. I feel like that's a poopy pack. I don't know about that pack of SpongeBob. It was Kenny Baker. Okay, let's see. All right. Good. And here's this. Good. And here's Mr. Krabs. Come on, Mr. Krabs. Okay. Did you ever try putting the Sticky Tops cards in the freezer? Nah, that didn't help. We tested that. We also tested heating it up too. That doesn't help either. We tried. All right. Very good. All right, that's for you, Mr. Eric. Thank you, Eric. Eric's been keeping us busy tonight. Those are some big orders, Mr. Eric. Setting these over here. And we'll grab this guy. We got some R2-D2s. We got lots of Star Wars. Well, you got a lot of gradable cards in your bag now. It's really nice. Dang, worth a try. There we go. Well. What are we going to do with all these Arturo Perez cards? He's just got so many cards over here. We tried burning it, burying it. In the end, we decided to just give it all away. All right, so I'm going to go over here to the Pricey Slabs channel. And I'm going to take a picture of these bad boys. Picture. All right, I'm going to peel these off. And now we're going to take a picture of this whole row to show what kind of cards we got for sale. This going into the All Slabs channel. That is a nice Tyranitar, if you ask me. Too bad my camera's stinky. My camera's all foggy. It's time for me to get a new personal phone, I think. Yeah, I think it's about time, guys. My current phone's so beat up. You think I should wait till the next iPhone comes out? Maybe I should just wait. M. So this will go in the M box. That's easy. This will go in the Z box. Bowser's going in the B box. And Wario Waluigi. These ought to be sold together. They're going to go over here. Now we have another Bowser. Let's go ahead and take him down too. Both Bowsers are down. We got to clear more room on the table so we can price more cards up. Here's Joseph Smith, 1 Diagon Alley. Yes, the new Harry Potter cards on our menu. So some of the new stuff we added to the menu includes Harry Potter Quidditch Cup, which is one of the oldest Harry Potter sets. Or was it the last Harry Potter set, actually? I can't remember now which way it was. And then Harry Potter Diagon Alley. Now, these are printed by Watsy, and this is vintage Harry Potter product. Harry Potter's kind of in the spotlight right now. They're coming out with a new TV show. We also have this Solo Leveling. It's another product we have, and it's been an extremely fast-selling product. You can get a whole box of these for only $65. Very popular. Let's go ahead and put these back. Now, he wants one of the cheaper packs. Diagon Alley's the cheaper pack. All right. Ready? Good. What should we add to our menu next? Oh, we still got those Powerpuff Girls, guys. These are a one-time deal. When we're sold out, we're sold out. Powerpuff Girls, $12 each. Printed by Artbox. These are vintage cards. HP show's gonna be bad. What? What you finna say about that? All right, Diagon Alley. Watch the Harry Potter cards. How much are those? Well, he just bought this pack for $8. Comes out of a sealed booster box. And you could, I guess I just sliced that. You could get a holographic card out of here. Like I think holographic Hermione's in here, isn't it? This is like our third box of it, I'm pretty sure. Either our third box or our fourth box. So these have been selling through. Bulger in the stands, midair collision, teacup to a rat, blue bottle broom, Kala shoe, and Hermione, top student. Now this is a non-holo. You can get a holographic card at the back of the pack. Your odds are like maybe 1 in 3 that it's holo. Have you seen the cast-in? It's unhinged. Yeah. We are picking on Neville. What I mean is, hey! We are. Toss this over here. Now, Joseph Smith with the J-O. Oh, wait, you got a box, don't you? Mr. Joseph. I think a lot of people were upset with Black Snape. There we go. He can't be black. I don't trust that guy, Ron. Why, Harry? I don't know. He just gives me a feeling. He just gives me a bad feeling. All right, next up. Eric Colburn says, give me the hot SpongeBob pack. Yes, sir. All right. One more hot SpongeBob pack. He's so happy. That's so cool. I got to get in on those Harry Potter cards. Too bad they're going to destroy the IP with the new show. Who knows? Well, you know, if it makes you feel better, the cards are from the past. So there we go. All right. They're from the time period of the books. Now, when the books were peak. Weenie Hut. Weenie Hut Juniors. Here's Bikini Bottom Airport. That's what we need. We need an airport. We don't have an airport where I live. Blackjack SquarePants. All right, now I see something sparkly behind it. You ready? Oh, another Betsy Crabs? This one's out of 175. And Margaret SquarePants. All right, Betsy Crabs it is. Oh my gosh, why are you still awake? You don't sleep? Yeah, I stay up pretty late. We host 2 streams per day, and we tend to get about 6 hours of stream time per day. But today I started the daytime stream pretty late, so we only got 2 hours over there. So we might have a total stream time of about 5 hours for today. So what? That's why Hermione looks like the girl from Baywatch? What are you talking about? What are we saying? We are? I think they cast Hermione as a non-white girl, right? And obviously you can't do that. I'm just kidding. Here's Weenie Hut Juniors. I don't know how the show will do. I mean, it could be really good. I don't think it's fair to judge it too early. We'll have to see how it goes. Or it could suck. It could suck bad. We'll know pretty soon. I think it's going to get good numbers when it comes out. Everyone's going to watch it just because it's Harry Potter. And so there's got to be a lot of people who are like, yeah, of course I'm going to watch it. I got to know if it's good or bad or not. The real question is, will the subsequent seasons do well? That's the real question. How much to grade one with you, mister? How much to grade a card? Is that what you're asking? Well, right now we're sending our cards off to 2 places. Beckett and CGC. And I think CGC is really cheap, actually. So let me see. Beckett is 40. It's pricey. CGC is 28. There you have it. 40 and 28. Yeah, Beckett's quite a bit cheaper. I feel like Beckett, we could actually lower the price on Beckett. Yeah, Beckett, we don't have to do $40 on Beckett. I'm lowering Beckett to 35. All right, we're going to hit save on that. Yeah, Beckett doesn't need to be 40. I wonder how it got to 40. Unless I'm remembering it wrong. All right, so that's Eric Colburn. She's vaguely brown. They cast her as a black girl in the Cursed Child play, so it's not that unexpected. Crazy, though, to cast that Mudbloods as black people. Not a great look. I don't know. Let's put this here. Very good. It's a fun conversation, I guess. It's a fun conversation. British girls who are British are white, you know, and Harry Potter's kind of a British story. You think British anyways. And but, you know, movies are really, they're kind of pushing all those ideas. I think it works sometimes. I think sometimes people actually like the Britishness of a show. Sort of like, let's say you had a show and it takes place in Japan, right? And everybody's Japanese, and you're like, I'm watching a Japanese show with Japanese actors. Okay, and then they make a remake of it, but they say, this time, not so many Japanese. Gotta swap them out with different groups, different races. People might not like that. They might be like, I don't know. I liked it better when it was just Japanese. And that's the conversation, obviously. All right, let's see, refresh. What do we got? We got a new order from our friend, Mr. Mark Kaplan. Mr. Mark, he says, 4 Ascended Heroes, 2 Heat Waves. You got it, man. 1 and 2. Ugh. Imagine if they did that to Shogun. There we go. Just how it is, people, you know. Let's see. There were several black characters in the books, so the whole race swapping of characters and modern stuff is just silly. I see what you're saying. Like, they already had it. Like, it was deliberate how it was set up. It wasn't a mistake. She had already assigned certain positions to be like, you know, I see what you're saying. More worried about the Trinity Killer as Dumbledore? Trinity Killer? Who? And Nick Frost as... I think Nick Frost is Hagrid, right? I know who that guy is. He'll probably do an okay job. And no cap is at Malfoy. Yeah, Draco Malfoy, I think they chose him to be like a... I think he was like an Asian guy. It's definitely a different cast. I don't know. I don't know how it'll turn out. Maybe it'll turn out nice. Draco Malfoy has blonde hair in the books, right? Well, it's kind of that's kind of like a British kid thing, isn't it? So it's very easy to imagine Draco Malfoy as like this sort of rich, snobby British boy, you know? He came from a rich family. The Dukes, you know? The Duchess. Draco Malfoy. All right. So in your gut, you're like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look right. It's supposed to be a snobby, rich British boy. Which is a real... Maybe that's like a real stereotype, you know? My mummy and daddy. All right, let's see. Very good. Very good. Trinity Killer from Dexter. He's goated, don't get me wrong. I didn't watch Dexter, so I don't know that one. The original movies are too perfectly casted. There we are. We've been asking for an HBO show about horrors for years. I wish they did that. Definitely, yeah. I mean, if they made original content, they can cast however they want. You know? Nobody cares at that point. You're stepping into new territory. But when you take these kind of iconic characters and then race swap them, I think you leave the door open for people who had nostalgia for the old stuff to get kind of irritated or annoyed, or it's like, you know, like why'd you do that? Yeah. I think it's a whole conversation people have been having for a long time now, because Hollywood in general just keeps doing the same one pony trick over and over and over again. They're like, we don't make anything new. We either gender swap them or we race swap them, and then we just make the same story. You know, like this started, I feel like it all started back with, remember when they made the all-female cast of Ghostbusters? Remember that travesty? It's Ghostbusters, but women. There we go. All right. Now, it's been going on for a while, and who knows? Again, it could be good. There's some tropes we get from Hollywood over and 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 over again. All right. Very good. I'm used to it from the comics. It could have worked, but the writing was trash. Mister, how much to have you grade a card? Oh, would you like me to do a pre-grade? $3 per card. All right. John Lithgow is an interesting choice. Now, he's the third Rock from the Sun comedian, right? I don't know. I kind of didn't like him. I didn't feel like he really gave me Dumbledore vibes. I feel like Dumbledore has to be almost like this ethereal, you know, like Gandalf, basically, like beyond humans kind of character. Maybe like so intelligent, he's almost unapproachable. And Lithgow, I just know him from a ton of comedies. So he doesn't give me that feeling at all. He just kind of makes me feel like he's, you know, he's a goofy old man. He's a goofy, feel-good old man. But Dumbledore is supposed to be like the most powerful wizard in the universe. He must be like so beyond intelligent, no one can keep up with him. And so I feel like they could have chosen someone else for that role. Someone almost like that has a mystical feeling. Maybe like a unknown actor. No, mister, I mean for you to slab it. Oh, $40. So we do Cardconomist grading still. It still exists. It's just expensive. And that's on purpose because I have to do the whole process myself. and I don't want to get a whole bunch of grades. So yeah, actually, Cardconomist grading's not exactly gone. It just costs more than it used to. It is $40 to have a Cardconomist grading. I see what you're saying. You want a TCCG grade. Original cast is just impossible to outdo. I don't think so. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think they'll allow it anymore because it's basically just like, you know, it's not diverse, is it? It's just not a diverse cast. So they're not going to allow it anymore. If you ever like listen to them when they're handing out awards and all this stuff, they have like lists of things you have to check mark boxes. You got to click, you know, in order to apply for, you know, like an award for your show. And you don't get to have an award if you cast wrong now. It's like you must have a person like this and a person like that and a person who does this. We are Mega Eel Ectros. So it became extremely political to make shows now, and that's reflected in the actual design. And I think that's what it's kind of all about these days. It's all political messaging. It's always political messaging. There we go. Mr. Mark. It'd be cool if Cardconomist was on Netflix. Who would play a good Mr.? Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. I want to hear you guys' answer to that. Let's see. Lithgow played Winston Churchill as a serious English role. He did a good job. He's pretty good range, and I think his comedy background will transfer well. Yeah, I mean, he's not the worst choice. I just think that Dumbledore could have been probably somebody else, and it might have been a better choice. You know, before Gandalf, that actor was known. We just didn't know that guy at all. And then one day he was cast in Lord of the Rings, and he was like, what's his name? Sir Ian McKellen or something like that. And then one day we get to know Ian McKellen. Ooh, that's a Psyduck love ball. That's a good one right there. All of a sudden we know Mr. Ian McKellen, and now he's a super well-known actor. It's like, well, we should be giving more guys like that a chance to play roles like Dumbledore. All right, so Mr. Mark. In other words, I almost feel they only chose, what's his name again? John Lithgow. I almost feel like they only chose him because he had some star power behind his name, and that was it. Ian McKellen has been an extremely famous actor his whole life, actually. Not to me, though. Not to me. Like, I didn't know him in any other shows until Lord of the Rings came out. So he might have had some previous success, but it was the Lord of the Rings that made me aware of him. Look at that card. Beautiful. There's a nice boosty pack. Here's a Magunium. And here's Mimikyu. Did you know these packs are getting insanely expensive, the rocket packs? All right. Third rock was Lithgow's Forced Comedy. Forced? Not as Sorkin? Let's say refresh you. He was a classic stage actor. Miles Teller. I don't know who that is. All right. I think we are out of orders. So we're about 2 hours into the stream, and we have an empty queue now. So this gives me a chance to add another card to the table. So here we have a beautiful Princess Peach. Ooh, that's Princess Peach 10. Kevin Hart would be good. Hey! Kevin Hart as TCC. There we go. Then we got him in X-Men as Magneto. Yeah, I know he was Magneto. Did that come out before Lord of the Rings? Maybe that what's the word? Maybe that predated Lord of the Rings. What was the first X-Men? The first X-Men had the one guy's Wolverine, and then it was largely based around Rogue. She was like all powerful and all that and couldn't touch people. And then Magneto and all of them, there was like it was so long ago. There was like the frog guy with the tongue, and they were in, where were they in? They were at the top of the Statue of Liberty trying to stop a machine. I don't remember what the machine did, though. All right. Boy, that's a real old movie. That movie came out so long ago. Same time, like 2002. I think they were around the same time. Days of Future Past just sent a ZELLE. A ZELLE, you say? Oh my, a ZELLE. Mr. Eric Colburn, he says, Cardconomist grading on the SpongeBob Hut, 1 Fleer, 1 My Little Pony. All right, well, a Cardconomist grading. We got like 2 of those to do now. Plus, we got to encapsulate all of Quip's drawings. Let's see. Bikini Atoll, Atlantis. Which one? The SpongeBob Hut, huh? The Weenie Hut Jr., is that what you want? I think he's talking about the Weenie Hut Jr. Not Weenie Hut Juniors. Super Weenie Hut Juniors. Oh, sorry. How tough are you? How tough am I? Let's see. I stubbed my toe on my spice garden, and I only cried for 30 minutes. Meant to ask, if you win a slab, do you still pay for shipping? Yes. Yes, you do. So the slab will automatically stay over here. Nothing ships until you buy a round of shipping. That's right. All right. Eric B. Colburn. And we'll write our little code down here. And let's write down when you paid for this so that I know how long you waited for it. Oh, wait, I wrote down 26. Actually, you paid on 23. Put this here. Okay, so now we know that one's grading. Now, you also want a Fleer Masterpiece and a My Little Pony. Nobody ever opens up these My Little Ponies. Let's go grab them. I think I'd like to lower the price on them, actually. All right, so here it is, My Little Pony. We actually got X-Men before Lord of the Rings, but they were filming at the same time. Lucky guy, man. There you go. So that's a My Little Pony pack, and I'd like to change the price on this, Mr. Eric. You reminded me about them. Let's see. My Little Pony base set. Oh, it's already cheaper than it used to be. I think we're going to move them down to $5. So My Little Pony packs, $5. I'm going to say you have $2 left over on this one, okay? And then one Fleer. One Fleer. All right. Where's my Fleer? It's over here. Would have been the same for Christopher Lee in filming the Star Wars prequels. There we go. Some dust on there, huh? Okay, let's get this open. Now, I've never purchased My Little Pony. This is, so when the little My Little Pony show came out years ago, it was like some fantastic hit with adult men calling themselves bronies. And it made a whole bunch of money for people who like selling merchandise, including myself. Because I was at the time, I was a young whippersnapper working for Coca-Cola, going to community college, and selling things on eBay. And I would sell products from Hot Topic, among other places, on eBay. In particular, I used to sell graphic T-shirts. And one of the very best sellers of all was My Little Pony. You could take like an $8 T-shirt out of the clearance bin in the Hot Topic store if you kept up with like their clearance cycles. So you get like an $8 T-shirt, list it up on eBay, say, hey, this is a sold out item or something like that, a Hot Topic, right? In the title. And then that shirt will sell for $40 on eBay. I mean, I was just making so much money from that. It was such good money. And I never forgot that. And I think My Little Pony still has kind of like a following to this day. It's kind of like this funny, memorable thing. All right, here we go. So we've got Husk. I'm a Husk without you. Here's Spider-Man. This is Masterpiece Fleer. Notably, every pack comes with a signature. Hulk 2099. Here's Elektra. Damn, look at those legs, man. Rogue. We were just talking about Rogue. Okay, here's Blaze signature. So you get Blaze. You also get a holofoil in yours. Yours will be Daredevil. That's cool. Let's see. Look at that. Ooh. Set that there. And you're going to pull Claw, Demo Goblin, and Sauron. Not the Sauron we think of when we hear the name Sauron, huh? Different Sauron. All right. Hot pack. Feels hot. Miss Electro's making it hot. Oh, damn. And then here's Claw. Okay, so we're going to take Mr. Blaze, put him in a separate sleeve. He gets a sleeve all to himself. And Mr. Daredevil. There we go. Good. That's your Fleer. And now, My Little Pony. Now you have $2 left over. I'm not going to write that down. You just use it next time you want to use it, okay? I have a rogue tattoo on my left arm. I used to collect those as a kid. Ah, nice. Purple Rain. Amethyst Star. Here's Flitter. Here's Bunny Stampede. Here's Apple Cobbler. Fighting for Friendship. Here's Mint Julep. Monster of a Minotaur. Surprise. Oh, that's your rare right there. That's your hit. So this is a cold pack. Outshine them all. Fears must be faced. And Wing Power. Now this is bulk. It's bulk. Here, I'll just try to grab one or two of these nice ones out for you if I can. I'm not going to grab all of them. Oops. So I'm going to send these off to the bulk pile. All right. It's a set that doesn't get opened very often, so you might want some of the bulk, but we don't want to turn our bags into bulk bags, and the pack's not very expensive. All right. Can you add that $2 to the other order I just sent in? Yes. Okay. Now, if you're lucky with these packs, you pull a nice holographic out. All right. Eric B. Colburn. Oh, where'd your bag go? Oh, I put you in here. I see. I was like, where's his bag? Does Tag or PSA grade these? Yeah, both of them. Tag and PSA will grade all of them. The My Little Pony and the Fleer. Here's Goblin Bombardment. Here's Spinnerack. Here's a Wigglytuff. Here's Pokemon Go Pupaju. And here's Snorlax 4. What is next? We have Eric Colburn. He says, slab away Tag 10 SpongeBob on the table. All right, good deal. So here he is, Tag 10 SpongeBob. This is actually a vintage SpongeBob card. You can see here it's from 2009. 2009 Top SpongeBob SquarePants Series 2. Flashback Tattletales. I think this is when they would open their mouth and you would get like an eel sound effect, or no, a dolphin sound effect. Remember that? The good old days. That's some old SpongeBob. All right, we're heading over to Slab Away. There it goes. And we'll put you at the top, actually. It's going to say, I'll say July 26th. Eric Colburn. Tag 10 SpongeBob. Starting at $250. So it's $20 down, $20 fee, and you sent $60. So you just applied $40 toward it. That brings it down to $210, and then another $2, so $208. $208 remain. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, it's one thing to open a pack of these. It's a whole nother monster to try and get an actual 10. Really difficult. Good. This goes into this box. All right. That does seem steep for 4. Okay, hold on. Because it's actually an error copy. So PSA didn't write down that it was an error, but look, they authenticated it, and it is an error card. It's been crimped. See that? So that is a crimp error, and that is why you see it cost a little more. Yep. Good. I don't know if he'll sell. Have you guys ever purchased like an error card? He might be best on like eBay. Next up we have Mr. Eric. He says 3 more of the Marvel Fleers. All right, let's get 3 more of the Marvel Fleers. Tonight's stream brought to you by Eric. Holy, Eric and Mark Kaplan. You know what? We just have one more pack of this, too. Do I have any more after this? This might be the end of the Marvel Fleer. This might be the end of it. So we got these 4 packs right here. We put these on sale tonight, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, but we lowered the price on it. Let me go check the other room. I'll be back to see if we have any more of that. But that might be it. That might be the end. You guys are looking at the last packs of the Marvel Fleer Masterpiece packs. They've been on our menu for like, how long? 2 or 3 years? This is the end. There's one pack left if anyone wants it. I'm going to put it over there. Give me a second here. Let me have this off. Oh, what the hell? All right. All right, we're back. Just sent for the last pack, says GG Suave. All right, you got it, man. So I'll open all 4 right now. Very cool, man. And now we're going to head over to the extended menu and actually remove it. That feels really crazy because it's been there for so long. We're going to hit save on that. And now we're going to head over to the website as well. Good luck. And we're going to say Fleer. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and hit trash on this one. And now it's gone. Wow. Yeah, we had this product for so long. When we originally added this product to the menu, our sales for that day were so crazy. We went through box after box after box of these Marvels. Of course, they were cheaper back then. And then as we continued to open them, they actually went up in price. Same with the other one, the Impel Series 1. That was really popular when we bought them. And then as we sold through box after box after box, the price got driven up. There we are. Snipping this. Snipping this. All right, we've had a lot of fun with these. Crazy to see them finishing up. You hoping for X-Men? Ready? Oh, look at that carnage. All right, first we've got Terrax, Quasar. I'm going to name the children Quasar and Zenith. Here's Sync, Nebula, War Machine, very cool. Here's Silver Surfer. Oh, and what's this? We've got Chamber. I can't read it. And behind it, we've got Archangel. Okay, so something like Chamber. I think it's Chamber. I couldn't connect the name with what I'm looking at. Here's Black Widow. Okay, and Junk Pile and Carnage. Wow, isn't that looking crazy? Oh, look at, man. Spider-Man's got some of the best bad guys. There we go. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I'm going to pop these back in here. This is going to act as a large sleeve. What we like to do, huh? Pack number 2, everybody. You guys enjoying this? What do we got? So here's... Ooh. We've got the Hulk. We got Thing. We have the checklist. That's cool. So there's the checklist. Here's Strange. U.S. Agent. All right, be careful. He's going to put some, he's going to plant some drugs in your neighborhood. Here's Typhoid Mary. Holy, bro. Even King Arthur couldn't pull me out. Here's Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman. Here's Phoenix, Arizona. Mephisto and Spider-Man 2099. They didn't really give him any technology upgrades, did they? All right. Very good. Who's still watching? Who's still awake tonight on this fine stream? Have you guys smashed the like button yet? Yeah. Black Widow. Setting that there. And now, here's Ravage 2099. Whoa, 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 whoa. White Queen. Her name's just White Queen. I guess. Here's Daredevil. He's blind, but he can hear really well. Scarlet Witch. Okay, she's the Witch. Legacy. Domino. Here's Vision. Okay, you got lovely Vision. Signature. Oh, I'm here, says CC Collects. All right, there we go. Here's Black Wolf. Okay, good. And Mandarin. What? I don't know, man. All right, Mandarin. And here's a Beast. And here's Cable. All right, Cable. They really upped the grotesqueness there for Mandarin. Oops. There we go. Only Squeak Squad member around. Yeah, we're glad you're with us, Mr. CC Collects. Now, what do we have left? Here's Medusa. She got a lot of hair. Ghost Rider 2099. He's got a chainsaw. Gambit. He's throwing my poker cards. No! That's the Ace of Spades. Captain America. Now we're talking. Hopefully they cast an actor who hates America as Captain America. Wouldn't that be smart? If they could just pick an actor who hates America and cast him as Captain America, that'd be perfect. Here's Cable. Ooh, Cable. There is actually a bid on eBay for the Snorlax Pokemon Center ETB. Almost 2,000. Jesus. There we go. Now we've got Namor. Not to be confused with the Deep. Here's Scarecrow. Here's Black Wolf. And here's Mandarin again. I don't know what style they're going for with Mandarin there. All right. Very nice. You know, out of all those cards, I like Carnage best. Just like him because he's a Spider-Man bad guy. That looks really cool. That's 4 packs. Wow. Thanks for the big orders tonight, Mr. Eric Colburn. Eric keeping us busy, huh, guys? All right. Sounds like that pack you got with the holo was pretty special, by the way. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these single cards and place them in here. Comic Accurate Mandarin. There we go. I'm going to grab a baggie. It almost seems like they're just beating up, like he's an Asian bad guy. Like what? All right. Eric. His name is Eric. Number 2. I was just watching a video on how cheap homes were in Japan. I'm ready to move, guys. I'm going to have to learn their language, though. I'm going to start with the easiest word, Konnichiwa. Here's SpongeBob Spatula. Here's Bowser Poker. Here's Vileplume Poker. And here's Counterspell SpongeBob. Ooh, is that focusing? There. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can we focus on this? Let's see. That camera better focus or I'm going to get upset. All right, Japan is a dream. Asian bad guys exist too, mister. That's true. That's true. All right, now. Mr. Eric. Just don't like that they have giant spiders out there. I'm an arachnophobic. Impel Series 2 for Jay the Party Oliver. You're giving him a pack? All right. For Jay, who's Jay? Impel Marvel Series 2. Here's Series 3. So this one must be Series 2. Blah, blah, blah. All right, Mr. Wack Slab the SpongeBob I did, and that one for 2,400 together. You would like both of them? Like bofa? All right, but fair warning, if you take on this big one, it's considered a jumbo or mega slab away. Now, what that means is you have to have it done in 6 months. If you try to expand it to a whole year, instead of a simple $25 to expand it to a full year, it will be, 15% interest to expand it to a full year, okay? So just be confident you can pay this down within 6 months. Did you read about that rule change for slab away, guys? When you have a slab away over $1,500 and you're about to run out of time to pay it off, you're allowed to extend it, but it's 15% on the remainder of the balance, okay? All right, so there we go. I'll grab these. No problem. All right, sounds good. I like your confidence. Let's put them together. Do we have a big sleeve laying around? That'd be convenient, wouldn't it? Never when I need one. Always when I don't want one. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. How about this? Is this a big sleeve? Yeah, okay, last big sleeve. So we're gonna add them together for you. I don't mind. That's a big one. Jay the Party Oliver, you got a bag? So Eric B. Colburn, yours will say plus 2,400 SpongeBob with spatula, which equals 2,408. So you have $2,608 remaining. Boom. That's a big commitment on the SpongeBobs. The SpongeBob with spatula is a very serious card. It's part of that art series that you notice anytime those actually sell, they tend to sell for a lot. Ta-da! Yep, has Pokemon and Booty Dust too. I know those will go eventually. The SpongeBobs, right? Me too. I've sold a couple SpongeBobs over time, and there's a real market for them out there. All right, so what bag can I put this in, Mr. J? Let's go ahead and open this. Snipping that. Okay, good. Now, what do we got here? What do we got here? We got Wolverine, Hobgoblin, Thor versus Hulk. Actually, it says Thor versus Ulick. These packs are only $6, and they're from like 1991, everyone. Here's Hulk. Here's Bucky. Sounds like Bucky's gas station. Here's Loki. That's the Golden Gate Bridge, isn't it? Or no, that's New York. Oh, that's New York. Oh, look how sad this picture is. Do you guys see what I see? The Twin Towers are here. Oh man, that's terrible. I went over that bridge. It's a bridge with an upstairs and a downstairs for the cars. So there's 2 rows of cars. Here's USA Agent. Let's see. Here's X-Men versus Mag. Is it called the Boston Bridge? I don't know what bridge that is. Here's Marauders. Here's Adam Warlock. I don't know the name of that bridge. Here's Daredevil versus Bullseye and Sauron. Yeah, it's a huge bridge. There's a ramp that allows you to go to the upper part of the road or the lower part of the road, and it's something we don't have in Missouri. Loki overlooking the Twin Towers is hella ominous. Yeah, here we are. It makes you sad. Let's see. So this is for you, Jay, but I don't know where to put it. George Washington Bridge. It has 2 levels. Yeah, I think it's whichever one it is. I don't know which one it is. But I remember that, you know, when I was in New York for a week, what I remember is how many tunnels and bridges there were. There were so many. You don't really think of New York that way, but people need a lot of ways into the city, so they built bridges all around it and tunnels as well. So it's really cool. The transportation is really complicated and really cool. He has a bag with a Pokemon. No problem. What's the name of the bag though? Let's see. You tell me about that. Let's take a look at the queue, because time's marching. I should still have my bag with Korean Pokemon. Nice. But I have to know the name. All right, so he needs the name of your bag. Now here is under Julio. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Grabbing this. Aha, probably this one. Probably yes. Looking like it. All right, very nice. Very nice. We'll toss this in here. And there we have it. Now, here's Mr. Saul Jimenez, and he says, one live custom and any tips on selling cards? Which format? Do you mean like selling them on eBay? Depends on how you want to sell them. Here's Mr. Saul with one live custom. Well, maybe if you whittle your question down a little bit, I can offer some really good advice. But that's a very broad question. 1, 2, 3. Like if it's so broad, I'd say sell it for more than you paid for it. There it is. How much is that C3PO? Isn't that a wonderful card? that just came back from PSA. So it has a very recent cert. We got an A for authentic. We didn't go for like a number grade. I love going for the authentic grade with the drawings. And it's just an insanely good looking Star Wars card. And I haven't chosen a price for it, but I don't really know what it should be priced at. All right. In general, honestly, but mostly eBay. Yeah, sell it for more than you bought it for. How does that sound? Well, so for on eBay, the strategy I like to use on eBay, I like to list it for like $1 cheaper than the cheapest buy it now. If you go with the auction, I feel like that's really dangerous for some cards. Like if I put this Bowser in auction, he will almost certainly sell for like 25 bucks. You know why? Nobody's searching for this. So only the rare guy who almost probably mistakenly ran into the card, he's the only one that's going to bid. So anytime you have a really weird card, like a niche card that no one knows about, never sell that in auction. Always list it as a buy it now. Be sure to maximize the keywords. Use as many relevant keywords as possible. You know, I know there's a lot of times where I'll search for a Pokemon card and the seller was just lazy and they didn't put the card number in. 051, so they didn't put that in, and as a result, their card didn't show up in the results. So yeah, I mean, so if I search like Elite Trainer Box 051, I better get your Snorlax. But if you didn't put the 051 in the listing, it's not showing up. And that's about it. I mean, you'll want to check back on your card if it hasn't sold yet, and if everyone lowered their price, you'll undercut them by $1 again. So that's a good way to sell. Cheapest buy it now. That's also one of my favorite ways to shop. I don't like to spend a lot of time on auctions. I'll just go in and buy whatever the cheapest buy it now is. $7.50 at least for that sketch. Isn't it nice looking? I wonder if I can find it. I want to know if I paid a lot for it. I might have paid $500 for it because Star Wars sketches are surprisingly expensive. Star Wars, let's say sketch. All right, I can see here I did buy a bunch of them. I won't reveal how much I paid for him because I don't want that to affect how much I, have to listen for later. But I can confirm right here I did pay a lot. In fact, wow, I was over here paying multiple hundreds of dollars for most of the Darth Vader ones. Here's a TIE Fighter card. I bought it for $300. Crazy, man. All right. Ooh, you know what's a crazy one though? Look at this one. So the Assassin Droid card that graded 10, that one I only paid $62 for. Huh, almost nothing. Because he was like an unknown character. So if you buy popular characters that are well known, they cost much more than a random character that nobody recognizes. So this one was definitely pretty expensive. Here it is. All right, and it has me thinking about how much I should try to sell it for. All right, we have Hunter Tipton 6 packs of the Chaos Rising. Oh, wow. Nobody's been ordering this. Weirdly enough, Hunter Tipton, we have not sold a lot of the Chaos Rising. We've got like a bunch of it, and it's all fresh, and it's just waiting to sell. I guess no one's been buying it because it doesn't have Charizard in it or something. But it's not like we pulled, it's crazy. We never pulled the chase card from this set. No one pulled it. No one pulled it. No one opened it. We opened like one whole box, and that was it. Well, that's the rest of the box right there. All right, here we are. Can I make my own market if the last sale for the card was more than a year ago? Not sure how that works. I mean, you can list your card for whatever you want. Right? You can list your card however you want. You don't have to listen to the last sold or anything. You don't have to listen to the cheapest buy now or the most expensive one. You can just do anything you want, dude. It's your card. You're the property owner. All right, let's see. Did you get my last sell for 3 Impel packs? I probably did. I just got to let some other people go now. They've been waiting their turn. There you go. Mr. Hunter Tipton's been waiting his turn. All right, so 3 of these and 3 more of these. All right, let's pull that Mega Grain Ninja. What I want to know is, why haven't you guys bought Pokemon Poker? That's what I want to know. Pokemon Poker has done so shockingly well. It's making my head spin. And the craziest part is I don't even think it's done. I think Pokemon Poker goes higher. Higher than it already is. Because it's already gone way higher than it used to. And you don't see any really wealthy card collectors, you know, going after it. You don't see any famous card collectors, maybe other than myself, going after it. So it hasn't caught on at that level. And the price is already getting pretty high on those. All right, you ready? So here's Octillery. Ho-Oh. Here's Transformation. Kakuna Magnetic Energy. I just want to make sure it went through. Mr. Yeah, I'm still basically in a accumulation phase for the poker cards. That's the way I see them right now. They're still in the accumulation phase. Slugoo! Slugoo! I got a few poker cards from you. I really like them. Those Potter cards are going for pretty prices. That's a Hollow Hagrid card in 9, listed for 1,000. Ooh, yeah, very interesting. You know, maybe I should open a box of Harry Potter in a video for fun. Here's Scrilp. Here's Fennekin, Garbodor, Mega Greninja EX. And last but not least, here we have Trevenant. Oh, yeah. Hanging out with the trees. Poker Pokemon. Exceedingly rare. Better looking than Top Sun. Older than Top Sun. The Top Sun cards sell for thousands of dollars a card. There are. Just shows you what's possible. And you got cards like Gengar that have broken into the $1,000 range. But luckily, it hasn't gone much further than that yet. There you go. Hunter Tipton with the fat baggie. Thank you, Mr. Hunter Tipton. Appreciate it, man. It hasn't gone further than that yet. Part of the reason, by the way, for that is because I haven't started participating in buying them so much. 2 other shuffles for Mr. Jack Gray. 2 other shuffles. I've been spending my time acquiring the decks and grading the decks, which is really expensive to do that. It takes a lot of money to grade them. So I don't have a lot of money left over after that. 2 cold ones. I'm sorry. I'd love to open that. My grandparents got me a couple full sets of the poker cards when I was a kid. No idea what happened to them, but I'm nostalgic for them. Really? The poker cards? All right, those are cold. Here's a Gengar. Here's a Venomoth for a whopping 400. Here's a Gold Graham, which is maybe not priced correctly anymore. Here's Eevee. And here is, oh, this is the rubber band. Hold on. These are supposed to be sticking together. So this is the rubber band item. There's actually 3 of these together. You guys can put this in the slab away if you want. All right, so this is $285 for a matching pair of Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. How cool is that? My grandparents lived in Japan for a few years and sent me all kinds of cool pokey stuff. Oh, that's neat, man. When I saw poker cards, I saw so much potential because not only did I think they looked nice, but I realized no one really knew about them. So they were like this 1996 Pokemon card product with, you know, original Pokemon artworks on them, you know, like the standardized artworks. And what was really fascinating to me about them was the fact that PSA didn't grade them yet. And I said, okay, so all these other cards get graded, but not this. And I thought, well, they got to be undervalued then because nobody even thinks about them. And so it started out with BGS and CGC grading them, but by the time PSA was grading them, you started to see a genuine leap in their value. So PSA starts to grade them, the prices emerge, the higher prices emerge, and now we're further into it. We're like another 2 years into poker cards, and you're seeing crazy stuff like this high-end Eevee. Mine's cheap, by the way. Go look this up on eBay. The ones on eBay cost way more than this. I went with the lower price for you guys because I think it's reasonable. The Venomoth, 1996, Venomoth 400. That seems a little high. I could probably lower it, but, you know. So you get these really great prices on these items. by great, I mean high prices on these items, and it's very fascinating. I don't know if they sell, maybe they sit around for a while, but it's just very fascinating because, again, the VENMO off this pop 10, I bet this guy's probably like pop 20 or something, the EV, and the question is, where does it go from here? It's funny how the way things work. When the cards are very affordable, you don't buy them because you think, oh, nobody wants this. It's crap. You know, you don't believe in it. You look at it and you say, I don't believe these have any value. You say, oh, that's stupid, poker cards or something, or playing cards. That's stupid. When the poker cards start hitting unbelievable prices, you'll go, oh, why didn't I buy them? And then you go, I wish I had one. So your emotions will change once they're expensive, but by then you've already missed it. And that's how it's worked every time for Pokemon. Every single time it worked that way. Every time, like when I was buying the reverse stamp cards from the, from the Gold Star era, and I was like, I think these are going to be valuable. But they never really changed in price too much until just this last year and a half, where they absolutely exploded in price. So it's always this thing that everyone else is probably going like, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? All right, David Morey's 1 Trump pack and 4 of the other shuffles. You got it, 4 other shuffles? All right, ready? Gold dipped because of the Iran deal. But now apparently that's getting scrapped. Yeah, what's up with that? I guess we had a deal with them, and then I guess we're going to, like, get back into fighting with them. I don't know, man. Hope that fight ends someday. 4 cold ones. Ouch. Sorry, David. No luck in the other shuffles. Let's grab you a Merlin. I'm sorry, not a Merlin. A Playboy pack. So these Playboy packs have no nudity. They are safe for work. And what we're looking for is the cover card with Donald Trump on the front. Tossing this out. Wow, I didn't even know they did ZELLE poker as well. Yep. Pretty cool. All right. It's from 2011. It's kind of older. Ooh, I like this Playboy card for its own sake. It's like a really good logo card. Okay, now you got Playboy Lady number 1. It's kind of saucy. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. No Trump in this round. There is a Donald Trump Playboy card in here. And if you can pull the rainbow version of it and somehow also get that to grade 10, you're probably sitting on a multi-$1,000 card. What would you value the Trump in the set in a PSA 10? So if it's the PSA 10 is the standard hollow, 2 to 500. Standard hollow, 2 to 500. Of course, now that PSA is closed, maybe you're leaning more toward the upper end of that. Now, if you get the rainbow version of the card, it's got to be at least 2,000. It's so rare. It's got to be around 2,000 to, could be higher than that. I mean, it just depends on what the buyer's willing to pay and if you're willing to let it go. Because you might get really attached to it. You might be like, no, this is hard to pull. And this is the top version of this card. So I'm not selling it for anything. So it just depends. You definitely don't have a lot of competition with that card because you can't find it. I never see it for sale. All right, Mr. David. Let's grab this. Put that in there. Thank you, David. David Morris, yep. What year are the Playboy cards from? They're like the 1990s or something. They're pretty old, actually. All right, we're jumping back to Mr. Eric. Eric, he says, Impel Series 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we're just having fun with Mr. Eric. He also wants another SpongeBob. Wow, this stream brought to you by Eric. Okay, Impel Series 1, 2, and a 3. 1, 2, and 3. And another SpongeBob. I have one. I'm trying to pull another. There we go. Oops. Now with these guys, see this, the Impel Series 1, this is really popular and expensive. Try it out. We just lowered the price on that. Sometimes we lower the price on things. And then here's the SpongeBob, which I'm starting to feel like we might have to do a restock on. Ready? All right. Let's get some Sneeps in here. Sneep number 1, Sneep number 2. Here's Sneep number 3. Lovely. if you're watching and you've never placed an order before, it's really not too complicated. We got a website these days. You know, people used to order cards the old way. They used to send me money on PayPal and or ZELLE or CASHAPP, and they'd leave a note. And some people still do that, actually. Like Eric Colburn right here, he's doing the ZELLE order. But you can do either. You can either use the website or just directly send in for what you want. Check out the description of the live stream for the menu, and check out the website for the new way to order cards, I guess you could call it. But we've been doing this for 7 years, and we just have a lot of fun. I've been helping people pull their best cards for a long time, and we love... Ooh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. You're having a lucky night, Mr. Eric. So these are pretty rare. He actually... Oh, it's hurting my eyeballs. Wow. So this is one of those holographic cards. It's almost hard to look at. And what's crazy about it is it's almost got like a 3D effect. You can't see it through the camera screen. You can see it in person. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Wow. Let's get to the other camera. Wait, how would we do that? That ain't working. Hold on, let me try this. That ain't working either. Hold on. All right, let's try this. Does this work? Oh, yeah, this does work. Okay, cool. I figured that out. Yeah, you just can't see it, but it's actually designed to be 3D. So his leg is almost like it sits forward in the card. Oh, there you go. You can almost see it. You see that? See how the cloud behind the goblin is almost like behind it? Wow, isn't that crazy? How did they get that effect? That's so neat. All right. Very cool, man. Now let's turn this back on. And then let's do this. Wow. I was trying to demonstrate the 3D effect on the card, and I think we did a good job there. Now, the only problem is this card is not going to grade 10. You can tell he's thin up here. There's like something wrong there. But this is what you're chasing after in this set. You're chasing after these particular cards. Okay, now, you still get all of these. And what's really crazy is every single one of these is gradable, and they actually sell for a lot of money in a 10. So like this Ultron, if you get a 10 on this Ultron, somebody's going to buy this from you for a bunch of money. And that's because they're presented almost like a comic book. The presentation style is so good. So you got super villains. You got Iceman. Here's Nick Fury. Wow, wow, wow. I know. Maybe I won't sleeve every one of these at this. Here's Marvel Girl. Armor Wars. Here's a Stan Lee card. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Stan Lee. Of course, he was much younger when they made this card set. Here's Spider-Man, Famous Battle. We got Giant Size X-Men. Silver Surfer. Rogue. Fantastic Four versus Galactus. And Spider-Man Presents Iron Man. Iron Man, as a millionaire playboy, Tony Stark, you've got money, women, power. Is there anything you don't have? A can opener. Get me out of here. There you go. So those are $26 a pack. We just lowered their price. And they come out of a really expensive booster box. Unfortunately, they are pricey. We are. Very good. Okay. Okay. Neato, man. We'll do the SpongeBob last. Let's get these other packs. Now, this is Impel Series 2 and 3, and they just were never as popular, I guess. They're just cheaper. They got kind of a similar effect. I don't know if they have the hollows, but I think they do. Yeah, bonus holograms. So you can pull hollows out of here, too, I'm pretty sure. It's just Impel Series 1 just costs way more. Oh, mama. Look at that. Marvel Girl. Woof. Venom, looking cool. Ooh, Spider-Man versus Venom. Wow. Here's Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Boombastic, Ghost Rider, Thing, Rage. Here's Dr. Octopus. All right. Ghost Rider, Daredevil Billy Club, Magneto. Union Jack. Oi, bruv. I'll be taking them trainers then. There you go. NHCC, you got the mega spot. You got the mega spot with the $40 from your Gengar money. That's ridiculous. Imagine you actually pull the whole Tyranitar. How crazy would that be? You get my order for all the spots? I did. Here we are. Very good order. All right. Ooh, and I have to take a picture, I think, of your slabs, and I never did that. So I think I have to do that. So here's Thor. I gotta get better at that. Silver Surfer. I genuinely always forget. Here's Spider-Man. Thing. Jean Grey. Humana. Here's Zodiac. Ooh, this pack's coming with the holo too. You're getting real lucky today, Eric. Now this one, oh, what is this? Look at this like smudge by his knuckle. What is that? I don't want to try and wash that. Oh, it does wash off. It washes right off. Look at that. Okay, so if it washes off, let's try this. All right. I'll move this off to the side. Let's try this again. So you got the Wolverine holo this time. Very different than the other one. Still has a 3D effect to it, but yeah, it feels different. Wow, cool, man. Can you guys imagine this grading 10 and being in a PSA holder? Oh, it'd be cool. All right, now here's Blackheart, Iron Man, Bishop, Stranger, In Between, and Epoch. All right, very good. Wait, what? Yeah, you pulled the sublist, man. You basically already pulled $400 of value. Glad I stayed to watch. That's so beautiful. Good morning. Hey, what's up, man? All right. We'll put this here. We'll grab this bad boy. Put it here. We'll grab Cosmic Beings. We'll put it here. All right, now your Hobgoblin and Spider-Man card had no shot at a 10. How about this one? It might. It's got a white dot on this corner. I don't think this guy has a shot at a 10 either. So I think they're in the same boat. All right, cool, man. So hard to grade those 10. Now, Topps Chrome. Ready for this? SpongeBob. We've been going deep tonight, guys, with Mr. Eric. He just decided it's time to go really deep. Squidward Tentacle. Okay, Squidward. Here's Mrs. Puff Boating School. Wow, that's an old one. Larry the Lobster. That's also an old one. Songs. I don't recognize that. And Pretty Patty's Stand. Pretty Patties. All right. There we go. Good. We'll go ahead and sleeve this up. All right. Here's Pitty Patties. Good. Here's the Lobster. Larry the Lobster. All right. Mr. Larry. Mrs. Puff's Boating School. And Squidward Tentacles. Come on now. There we go. All right. Very good. Yeah, a long way to go on that Tyranitar, but he is 4 spots deep now, so he has made some serious progress over time. That's the Mega Break, one of the most valuable cards on the table. Just a really expensive card. There it is. All right, Eric, you got this new bag started. Eric went so deep tonight. You got 2 bags now. All right, there it goes. Oh, no. It's getting late. Here's Eddie Morales. He says 2 Chaos Rising Snipes. Okay. Eddie Morales trying for the snipe. Snip. Got a nice snip in. Now, what do we got here? We have Ninetales, and you got a Mega Dragales. Does that count? That's kind of like a snipe. All right. Super snipe. Wow, this guy's just sniping. Eddie Morales, thank you so much, man. Okay. When's the next Pokemon card set come out? It's got to be getting close, right? I bet it's in June. Here's Joshua Ramos. He says, 1 Twilight, pre-grade Clefairy. Check if I have enough spot for a trade slab. All right, so you wanted what? Twilight Masquerade. Here's 1 Twilight for Joshua Ramos. Okay, snipping time. Snipping time. Snipping all your cards up. Just going to sing my heart out, everybody. Here's Lipwick and Featherendipity. Dippity-doo-da. Think Pitch Black is July. Mr. Picture, I want to see my Gyarados. Yeah, so let's get those pictures. He's owed pictures. All right, so I showed them off for a while at the beginning of the stream. I was talking about how so far the Misty's Gyarados is way up in price. So it is. Cheapest Misty's Gyarados online is like $1,000. It's got a little staff down there. See that? And then there's Bandit Ring. All right, now we're going to take a picture of these for him. Okay. We're going to scroll down here. We're going to click on NHCC. We're going to zoom in. We're going to take a picture. Oh my gosh, it turned the screen red. So dumb. I was trying to balance the colors out. All right, these will look much better in person than the pictures in Discord. Great slabs. All right, I missed. I fell asleep. Oh, that's perfectly fine. That happens a lot. Grab this. Now, Joshua Ramos. He wants to know if he has enough to trade in, I think, for a spot in that big trade slab, which is an interesting trade slab, isn't it? Let's see. Well, you got a couple random hollows. You got this Clefairy we're going to pre-grade. You got an off-center Gengar, Screamtail. I mean, it depends. Do you want to give up Cloth? If you want to give up Cloth, I'd say, yeah. I don't know if you want to give up this Gengar. The Gengar's got an off-centering issue, and I don't know what you want to do with this Pokeball. Yeah, if you want to give up this chunk right here, I'd do $5 for that. Now, you did ask for a pre-grade on the Clefairy. You ready? Okay. All right, let's flip it around. Your Clefairy is probably going to grade 9. You have a surface issue on the Clefairy. Take the Cloud. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It doesn't let me zoom. So I'll just bring it up to the camera as much as I can. Oh, it's just terrible. It doesn't see. It doesn't let me show you guys. Let me try this. All right, hold on. Let me show you something. Turn that off. Okay. So now let's try it. There it goes. All right, there it goes. All right, do you see that? There's like dots here. You got one here, 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 and here and here. Almost like it got splashed by water. Now, I don't know how good the grading companies are if they would detect that, but I didn't even need software to see that. So this has a software, or this has a surface flaw. Yeah. All right. Do you think Misty Gyarados is expensive? Have a look at Japanese base set Pikachu 10. What? I do think Misty's Gyarados is getting a little expensive. Those dots are really noticeable. I'm going to set this one as a 9.5, but you're not going to get a plus. So I think it is pretty much just a 9.5. All right, there it is. Now, I can buy this group for $5 if you wish. You can keep the Gengar if you like the Gengar, but I'll take the rest if you wish for $5. The Gengar is off center, though. He's not grading 10. All right. Japanese base set Pikachu PSA 10 last sold are 4.7 to 5,000. Yeah, so that base set Pikachu was supposed to be a break on this channel. We were supposed to break that card And it was supposed to break like in the, I think like in the $300 range. And I even set it up, I remember. This guy right here. I set this card up for you guys. And I think I set it up for like a 41 and 12 or something like that. So I don't remember what it was, but it was like just a couple hundred. And nobody got into it. So my instinct was correct that we should go into this, that we should be breaking this, and I should be restocking it. But no one else agreed. There it is. It was a good, excuse me, it was a fantastic break option. And nobody else wanted it. Everybody wanted something else, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'm going to toss this up here, Josh. And so now I still have them. I'll wait until I have more for a trade spot. All right, sounds good. And so I still have them, but now he can't be broken like normal. He would have to be a specialty break. All right, very good. 9.5 on the Clefable. Next up, Eric Colburn. 2 more Impel Series 1. Wow. And then after that, he says, 1 more SpongeBob. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of SpongeBob. Is there still a ZELLE card? There's a ZELLE card down here, and we're definitely putting Mr. Eric Colburn on a couple spots on that ZELLE card. So, but first we're going to open up his stuff, okay? So, we got 1, 2, and 3. Did he say 3 of these? No, he said 2 of these. I remember. 2 of these. All right, we're getting some big Eric Colburn orders. I love them. They're all non-Pokemon, too. It's so interesting. Okay, so there it is. 2 Impel Series 1s and 1 SpongeBob. Wow. Just having fun tonight, huh? All right. So, we're going to snip this. And we're going to snip the Topps Chrome. There it goes. All right. Throw that away. Now, what do we got here? We've got on pack number 1. I'll wiggle those up a little bit. All right, we've got Thanos. Look at that, Thanos. Here's X-Men versus Avengers. Captain America. Wolverine. Submariner. Spider-Man Presents. I've got my powers from a radioactive spider, and I never even got to thank the little guy. Here, is the camera off? I think the camera's off center. There it goes. All right, here's Thor versus Loki. They're like on a gay rainbow. Here's She-Hulk. Oh, man, looking fine. Look at that She-Hulk. I have 4 of those Pikachus raw, mint, near mint, not graded yet. And I got them from Mr. like 5-6 years ago when we were opening Japanese base set. Oh, man, if you're sitting on base pack commons, you're not doing so bad. Here's Dazzler. She's dazzling me. Captain Britain! All right, Captain Britain. Dr. Octopus and Wasp. If anytime you go by Captain Britain, you have to make fun of the British. That is the rule. Did you guys, I think, what's his name? Mr. Keir Starmer's retiring. He's resigning. Wow, that Wolverine's really good looking, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, is resigning from his job. Pretty interesting. There we go. These things, of course, are very important to me because I'm part of the royal family. They are. And here's this. Could you sleeve Thanos? I'd be happy to sleeve Thanos for you. Give me a minute. Let me go pull him back out. Wait, breath. I like the Wolverine, too, to be honest. Thanos. All right, cool, man. Pop these back in here. All right. Last sale on Gengar Prime before mine was 20 CAD. Mine's the new record high. Damn, dude, that's super cool. Here's the Thanos. And here's Wolverine. Ooh. Whoa, the screen's choppy. I wonder if that's showing up on your side, too. All right, now here's This music's so nice. Get some Minecraft music. Another one! You're so lucky. He's got 2 of these now. Look at that. Oh, it's hurting my eyes. It's got the same 3D effect. Magneto. Wow. So cool, man. He's so sugoi. Wow. That's really lucky to pull the Rainbow Rare out of just a couple packs. I'll put Magneto in a little holder for you. I can tell he's off center, though. Yeah, he doesn't really need this. He is off center. He's not grading 10, but let's pretend he's a 10. We'll just close our eyes and pretend his centering's good and that he doesn't have a little thing right here. Little line going up there. Wow, that's cool, man. Okay. So we got these 2. We got these 2. Great characters on both those 2. Has anyone looked at what those go for graded? We've got Power Man. Power Man? It's not the same as Superman, just Power Man. What's his power? Having power? Here's Nomad. Here's Iron Man. Here's Nightcrawler. Here's me falling asleep. Here's Avengers. Atlantis Attacks. First Kree Skrull War. Nightmare. New Warriors. Guardians of the Galaxy. Apocalypse. And does your board ever give you any problems? Now it's tuned up every 10,000 light years. Oh my God. All right. All right, we'll set that there. Very, very cool. Name unknown. Goes by the name Luke Cage. He weighs 425 pounds. That's actually pretty heavy, even for a 6'6". 425, isn't that like obese? He's 6'6". I mean, that's pretty tall. But I mean, still 425 pounds. No, he's fat, dude. They didn't draw him like he was fat. Yeah, look at him. He looks ripped. I don't know, man. Maybe it's all that muscle. Maybe that's why he's so heavy. There you go. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know that about ripped people. Maybe ripped people weigh a lot. All right. There we go. So pulling that Magneto holographic card, definitely another big highlight tonight. So cool. Now, how about a 1-of-1 SpongeBob? Okay. Good luck. You're obviously a big SpongeBob fan. You took 2 SpongeBob slabs from me. Let's see. We'll toss that. Okay, you ready? We got Dennis. Love it. He's got a little knife around his neck. Here's Randy Cheeks. Potty the Parrot. Anchovies. And the Chum Bucket. All right, not a lucky pack. There we go. Here's the anchovies. Didn't Plankton discover the secret recipe to the Krabby Patties was actually that the ingredient was plankton's? It is. Or was that a trick? I don't remember. Randy Cheeks. Oh, I'm yawning. It's 5:03. Oh my gosh. We have to go an extra hour though, I think, because we were an hour behind on the daytime stream. I think that's the rule, isn't it? All right, I think that ended up being fake. Yeah, I figured that actually Mr. Krabs is still keeping it a secret. All right. Magneto. What does Magneto do? He does like magnets and stuff. You know, it's in the name. Magneto. Kind of like mosquito. Here's Kung Pao. The Trade Slab. The Heartbreak Slab, which is now 5 out of 13. The Quips Drawing Slab. And SpongeBob. I never fully rotate this side, do I? The very last pile. It's because it's so hard to reach the last one without knocking the pile over. All right. What is music? Is this still Minecraft music? Because it does not sound like Minecraft music. I don't think we have any more Mark Kaplan orders. I think we did them all. No, wait. Mark Kaplan, did you order again? Hold on. It looks like Mark Kaplan ordered 2 more ascended. Just 2 more ascended. Is that right, Mark? Mark Kaplan, you're waiting on 2 more? The secret ingredient is crab. Ooh, that would make sandwiches taste really good. Did I tell you guys, I went to a Chinese buffet with all-you-can-eat crab legs for Father's Day on Sunday, and their crab was rotten. It was ropey crab. It was nasty. It had like this off flavor. You know, they're all cooked together in this big pot, right? So I'm eating some, and I'm like, these don't taste right. And then I finally open up like one of the crab legs, and it just stinks of straight up ammonia. Just stinks. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm eating these. And so I just stopped and left. All right, has one other order of 3 ascended and 2 heat wave right before that. All right, and you're saying that one's brand new as well, huh? Is that what you're saying? Because I see this one for 4-2. And then right after that, there's 3 more ascended and 2 heat wave. And you're saying we didn't do that one? Ooh, these orders are so similar. It's actually, there needs to be a method to like mark these as completed, man. Let me see. Is there a way to do that? I'm testing. Okay, so we need to do that. Yeah, when an order's done, we need to mark it as completed. Should be within 1 minute of each other. Oh, that's a really good point, Mark. Yeah, good point. All right, so let me grab this. I'm gonna start to do that. So when an order's done, I'm gonna mark it as completed. There's an option for that. It's like a little extra step you have to take. Okay. I'm confused. On eBay it says Gengar Prime sold 2 months ago. I'm confused too. That's very confusing. You know what? I'm feeling a little confused. I'm so confused. Here's 2 more of these. Here's 1 more of these. I'm so confused. I'm going to have to start giving you free Pokemons. Oh, we need to do something for Mr. Eric. He placed some big orders today. And so I'd like to put him onto the giveaway card real fast for the ZELLE giveaway. Oh, did you guys see these? All right, so here's ZELLE. I love the colors, black, red, and white. All right, here you go, Eric. So you got 14, 15, 16 to yourself. Good. All right. Now, we'll place this back over here. Look at that. I think this might be like the first One Piece card that I really like the way it looks. I wish it was more rare or like more expensive or something. How much to rip 100 Ascended Heroes packs? I'm afraid I paid a lot for them, and so I don't have a special price for that. In fact, it's more like I'm having trouble keeping them in stock. It's a fun idea though, isn't it? I should be able to get you like a lower price if you were to truly buy that. There we go. What would that be? That'd be like 3 booster box worth, right? Yeah, that's about 3 booster box worth. Yeah, I might, if you were really serious about it, I might be able to get you a little bit of a cheaper price. Problem is, it's already a cheaper price on my end. I don't get a good deal on these when I stock them. Mister, how much you asking on that Luffy? Nothing yet. We're not going to touch the Luffy until the OP box break is over. There we are. But we're getting close to that. There's only 6 spots left. There it is. But the Luffy is a nice, fun little Luffy, and I don't want to rush through it. There we go. And here is this guy. Okay. All right. Good. Yeah, somebody else asked for that one too. So here is the Ho-Oh. And the second Ho-Oh. Aha! Picking up Typhlosion. That's a nice pull, man. Now, how about this Ascended Heroes? Here we have Boss's Orders. Whoa. Because the boss says so. Whoa. Okay. Here's some Spectre. You got 3. Let me buy one. I know they look nice, but I'm not trying to rush through and sell them. Here's Salandit, Okie Dokie, Victory Bell, and here's Miss Magus, King Gambit. There it is. I think he's wanting to do breaks on them. One sold for $3.50. Well, I'll post my sale on my Insta soon, so I got my proof. Set that there. All right. Now. Thank you, Mr. Mark. You walk away with Boss's Orders and Typhlosion. Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark. Here we are. Popping that in there. And the Miss Magus. Thank you. Now. We'll go ahead and grab this and say completed. So I'm going to apply that to your order and see what it says after I'm done. And there it goes. Very cool. So now we know that those 2 orders are done. All right. Wow. I believe you, homie. Let's see. PSA never values cards correctly. You know, it's kind of a conflict of interest because they also buy cards. So PSA is really good at saying, oh, that card's not worth anything. And then they go, and by the way, just letting you know that we also happen to buy those. Oh, really? What a surprise. PSA is like, you might be surprised to learn that we love to buy that card in particular, but it's not worth very much. You know, it's like, come on, PSA. PSA, if you're going to do a price guide, you better know what the last sold was for this card. You better be able to pull a bunny out of a hat if you're going to claim to make a price on the card or not. Well, the PSA price guide says your card's worth about 2 schmeckles. Oh, how convenient. Coincidentally, we buy cards for 2 schmeckles. Ascending hurt me, but gotta go deeper. I know, man. Ascended never gives you what you truly want. Ascended is like, it's rough, man. And then it just keeps going and going. It's one of the most sold sets on the menu. Oh, I see the sun. I see the sun. So the sun's coming up, guys. All right, there we go. Mimic You. Oh, yeah, I know. I only trust Card Ladder and eBay, both international and unbiased. Here's Vaughn. Whoa. I don't know what that card goes for. PSA 10, Vaughn. He goes for $200. Oh, my gosh. Or maybe $500? I don't understand. Is this the same card? Yes. It appears to be the same card. So this is 2 honeys. Cool, man. Where did I even get them from? All right. Let's see. There we go. All right. 200. Good. And Lunatone. Ooh. This is Staff Lunatone, everybody. You ever thought about collecting a staff card? All right. It's Miss Six. She says, hi, hi, hi. All right. And over here, the Staff Lunatone shall be... Well, he sold on June 13th for like $210. See, he's floating around $200, but I don't think there's any left for sale as buy it now. So I get to kind of pick my own price. I'm going to go with $220. I'm going to go with $225. There's Lunatone Staff. Dang it, that Cubone keeps tempting me. Someday, poor little Cubone will sell. The sun is making my kitchen feel like an oven over here in the UK. Sweating buckets over here. Not buckets! All right. Okay, we have a Mark Kaplan order. One last Mark Kaplan order. He says 4 Ascended Heroes. Damn, dude. Dedication. You're as dedicated as Javier's been. You know, Javier's been going deep on these Ascended Heroes for a while. We have seen some pretty cool pulls go by. All right. I really want to get a spot, but no, my odds would be slim. Tossing this, putting this here. All right. And one more. There we go. Good. Not as bad as a slot machine or a lottery ticket, though. We are. But I know what you mean. All right. What's the mega break? It is Tyranitar, and today a new sublist went off, so he is 1 spot closer to the end. See how it's at 4? It's now 4 out of 12. It's got ways to go, but you know what? There's only 8 spots left now. 8 spots left. All right. Ooh, yeah, Mr. Mark, going deep. Going deep. I'm scared for you, Mark. I'm scared. I'm afeared for you. Send this. Okay. I'll gym break Mimikyu, says Jack Woodworth. That thing? You want to gym break on Mimikyu? Not tonight, because you know what? The sun is up. It's 5:17. It's that time, everybody. Here's King Gambit. We're wrapping up now. Oh, there you go. You went all night, Mark, and you pulled Stevens Metagross. Wow. Metagross? Wow, there you go. Very nice. Mr. Wait. Okay, and here's a little bonnet as well. That's a little bonus. A little bonnet. Good thing you sent in for 4 more. All right. Good things come to those who wait. That's for Mark Kaplan. Mr. Mark. Unbelievable. There we go. What do you guys think the best card we pulled tonight was? Might be this one. That bonnet's a bit pricey. They're all a bit pricey, man. All right, lovely. Mr. Mark. Oh, dearie me. All right, we're all done, guys. Well, let's hop off. We have 39 viewers. And you know what? I didn't work on the views bounty. I didn't work on the likes bounty. I didn't have a giveaway card ready to go. So there's just no giveaway for tonight. But I suppose Mr. Eric Colburn, he got onto the ZELLE giveaway a couple times because he was using ZELLE the whole time. I think tomorrow night, or tomorrow for the daytime stream and the nighttime stream, we better pick out a giveaway and start handing out spots like usual, okay? So we're going to do that for you guys. I'll see you guys for the Tuesday stream, Tuesday daytime stream. But first, I got to go to bed. We have to wait until tomorrow? Yeah. I'll see you later, guys. Time for one more SpongeBob? I wish, but you know what? The sun's coming up. There's always another stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, okay?